Bam, we're live. I got a new Tupac. This thing's kind of crazy. It's like heavy. It's got weight to it. And that makes me happy. I like it. It is Tupac, right? It came in the mail. Actually, it didn't come. It didn't come totally. It didn't come totally in the mail. How did it get here? You know, I think Justin Medeiros' mom brought this to me from someone. The real OG of podcasting. Thank you, Sevan, for the quality content that stirs thoughts and splits sides. Oh, I think that means makes people laugh. I like that. Oh my God, where's the man bun? A good point. I'll get that up in a minute. Hey, the reason why I came on early, that's a good Pride shirt. Thank you. Someone said, where's Thomas said something? Thomas Hopper, Thason Hopper. Just from past experience, I doubt she shows. What are you talking about? This chick's good. Michelle Basnett. She's good. Why wouldn't she? What would be the deal? Why wouldn't she show? Almost everyone shows. I'm trying to think. The only people who can get have gotten squirrely, maybe Sarah Sigmund's daughter. Of course, the great Danielle Brandon. But I don't know, all crazy respectful. Oh, much better. It's weird being in here. I've gotten spoiled by these headphones. They kind of make the world go away. Eric, what's up, dude? Good morning. I texted you back this morning. It's funny. I just walked up and I saw the text on my computer right here. I've been a little out of commish. Yesterday, I was in a weird mood. Not like bad or good, just like I was just turning off. Went to bed early, 9:30. I slept from 9:30 to 6 a.m., which is just crazy for me. That's like 2.5 plus 6 is 8.5. Hi, Michelle.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, good. I was doing simple math. I was doing 2.5 plus 6 is 8.5.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, consensus. 8 hours last night. I mean, not really. Do you ever sleep through the entire night? Like you lay down on the pillow and you wake up and you're like, oh, the whole night passed. Is that ever?
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
How often?
It's nice.
No peeing, no turning
I sleep
over,
like a rock.
no sore shoulder.
Okay.
No, I mean, like literally, like.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's fair. I do pee a lot, so I only get those types of nights where it's like straight through, maybe like once a week.
Oh, so, that's still better than me. I cannot remember in the last 10 years having one of those.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Mostly shoulder and mostly shoulder shit. I usually wake up or back. Like my not that it hurts. It's just like my shoulder or my back will wake me up. Like, hey, you got to move.
Do you like sleep funny? You like sleep in a funny position?
No, I do the, fetal position, pillow between the legs. I purr.
I guess, yeah. Solid. Yeah, I do like the pillow between the legs. That's one of my favorites. Or I'll sleep like face down and like leg up and like face in the pillow, you know?
You do? You should sleep on your stomach?
Yeah. I think it's bad too. I feel like I need to switch that to like sleeping on my back because I'm pretty sure it's like not good for you.
I trained myself in my, I don't know, I want to say it was my late 20s, but maybe my 30s. I decided that I didn't want to go to sleep anymore. That I wanted to see what happened. I wanted to see what happened when I fell asleep. Right? Like, where do I go? So then I started sleeping on my back to try to keep myself awake. But I just learned that the harder I try to stay awake, the faster I fall asleep. So now some nights I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay awake the whole night. And then in 18 seconds, I'm asleep. It backfired. Yeah. But that's how I learned that.
It works
like that. Well, that's how I learned how to sleep on my back, trying to stay awake.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Yeah, I need to figure that one out because I feel like that's better for you. Have you ever tried one of those mats? It's like, I call it a piranha mat, but it has little spikes. And it's like almost like acupuncture, but not.
Once a week, I do that. How I do that is I put I do put it on the floor. I take my shirt off. I put it on the floor. I do it on bare skin, right? Is that what you do? Take your shirt off and just lay on your back?
Yep.
I don't like it on my head, though. My wife does it on her head, too. I don't like that.
I haven't tried that.
And I do it once a week, and then I put my feet up a little bit, like on a couple pillows, so that they're just propped up just a little bit. So it's kind of a little more weight on my back.
Yeah.
And it
I think that
hurts,
thing's
but
nice.
it hurts, but you get used to it and fall asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried that at semis. I tried Taylor's mat and I was like, oh, this thing works. This is nice.
Oh,
So,
he has one of
might want to get
those?
one of those.
I can't believe that that seems so sophisticated for him.
He's leveling up. I mean, he's really
Yeah,
stepping his game up.
I just think of like if you tried to Amazon something like that into the Carolinas, the Amazon driver's like, I'm not delivering this. The fuck is this?
Outrageous.
Let me see. I have to do a little. Toe spacers are the biggest fraud. They don't correct bone structure. They may bring relief, but don't. You know what? I'm putting mine on.
I like the toe spacers.
Me too.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
got some
sponsored
monkey
by them?
toes, so I feel like but I like them. Like, I think my toes need that stuff. I got some grippy toes.
How long do you wear them for?
I can only do like 5 minutes, and then my feet start to hurt. So I probably need to like build it up a bit more. I probably need to wear them a bit more.
Yeah, I'm a 2-hour guy. I'm going to put them on now, and then take them off when the podcast is over.
That's impressive. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like build up some resilience there because it does hurt my feet, but I think it's because my feet need it.
I'm you know when like probably for you it's like you do a heavy deadlift and then you walk away from the bar, you're like, yeah, I lifted you, bitch. That's how I feel when I look down at my toes with the toe spacers in and they're all pushed apart. I'm like, yeah, I'm a bad dude. Look at
What's
me.
up?
Yeah, what's up?
This live chat is interesting. I've never done one of these situations. It's funny.
Be careful. Be careful. It can make
Yeah.
you, but it can break you. You'll be like, oh, this guy thinks
Yeah.
I'm hot. Oh shit, this guy thinks I'm a dumb bitch. And you'll just be on some like emotional roller coaster. Careful.
Oh, it's rest day. I think I'll pass.
Yeah. And remember, you don't have to answer anything in there too. You'll just be like, so this one's like, when's your birthday? You'll be like, yeah, what's your sign? You'll be like, yeah, what's your favorite sport? You'll be like, football. And it's like, when'd you lose your virginity? You'll be like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, easy people.
Whoa.
Yeah. The first I spoke to you, I think for the first time, I think I was FaceTiming with Mr. Thumb, and you were there, and I got a chance to speak to you. That was like a couple weeks ago when you were in Africa.
Yeah. I said hi to you guys.
And I was surprised you didn't have an accent, because even when I look at you, I expect like Afrikaans to come out of your mouth. Are you born in South Africa?
Yes, I was born in Cape Town, and I was only there till I was about 4.5, and then my family moved over. So I've been in the States since
what year?
2001.
No, I'm sorry. What year were you born?
Oh, 1996.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
26. Mm-hmm.
And how did your parents get to Cape Town?
I mean, I think it's just like my family's been there, like parents, grandparents, great grandparents. Just goes back. I don't know who got there first or how, but generations have been there, I guess. So,
what are South African people who aren't black skin? Like in the South, like the people in Louisiana who talk funny. I forget what it's called. Cajun or something. I forget what it's called. But the people in the United States from Louisiana, they're French, right? Like the French people came and settled there. Or like in Glendale, California, it's all Armenians, right? In Los Angeles, it's people who look like me, like the Kardashians. Where are you? Are South Africans from somewhere? Are you guys like Dutch settlers or some shit like that?
I want to say Dutch, and I know the answer to this, but I'm just blanking. But I'm thinking Dutch, but maybe it's also something else. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I think it is Dutch. I don't know.
Creole or Cajun. Is Creole a bad word? Like mulatto? Are you allowed to say Creole? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know the word. So basically, as far as you know, and Charlize Theron is one of you guys. Yeah,
she's hot.
Yeah, she is. She's a little screwed up in her brain, but she's cool. She's cool looking.
That's fair.
And so as far as you know, that's been home, South Africa for your people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
why
and
did
then
you why did your family move here, and where did they move to?
um, they moved straight to North Carolina. I think they were like looking at Florida. So my mom's parents brought us over. But back in 2000, I mean, moving to America is like a huge, huge thing. It still is now, you know, getting green cards and leaving the country and whatnot. So I don't know if they got green cards or visas or what it was, but they got our whole family over here. And then my parents later on became American citizens. And then I automatically got citizenship, but my parents had to drop their South African citizenship to get American citizenship. Whereas because I was under 16, I was able to keep both. And then I just renewed my passport and now I have dual citizenship. So
What's the logic behind that? Why do adults have to drop their citizenship? Do you know?
I don't know. I've heard different stories of like some people have to, some people don't. So I don't know if it's like they just kind of pick and choose or if there is some logic behind it. But yeah, my parents didn't want to, but to become American citizens, they had to drop it. And so an American passport is so much more valuable than a South African passport. So
Did they leave because it was getting dangerous there?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of reasons back then, but the just danger, yes. And then you have more opportunities here, job opportunities. I think it's just like the idea of having a better future, especially for your kids. That was one of the biggest things. And they had the opportunity to come over. So
Physical danger.
yeah, I mean, it's not. It's like yeah, it's not the safest place. It's a third world country, but it's also just depends on where you go and you know what you're around, and you have to be a little bit. You can't like. There's so much more. I don't know what the word is. I don't know if freedom's the right word here, but like they have gates around their houses, they have security systems, they have barbed wire fences. I mean, my parents used to like carry guns and stuff, like guard dogs, all that stuff. When I'm here, like we'll leave the house unlocked and we'll go out, you know? So it's just
Yeah.
very different. Very, very different.
The last time I was there, it's interesting to hear you call it third world country too, because it has skyscrapers and shitloads of money too, right? But the last
Yeah.
time I was there, I went into this neighborhood, and every home, yeah, had massive walls around it, security gates, security guards. Yeah, when we toured everywhere we went, there were armed people who were armed. And another thing I never saw is I never saw people walking on the streets.
Yeah.
Just like walking around. I never saw people hanging out in front of coffee shops. I didn't see any of that. And I was told,
Where
yeah,
did you
because
go?
I want to say I was in Johannesburg this last time.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay,
even
yeah.
downtown where it seemed like it was nice, basically like they said, yeah, you can't just be sitting out here with your laptop. Well, even in the States, it's
Mm-mm.
getting a little weird.
Yeah, that's fair because it depends on where you go. But yeah, I don't know. I thought I was nervous to go to Johannesburg because I've heard that it's more dangerous and stuff. But we were more in the suburb area. I think the city is pretty hectic. Oh no, my headphones might die. But when we were in the suburbs, like I didn't feel that unsafe. Like I thought it was pretty fine. But it's yeah, you can't be stupid. You can't leave your stuff out. You can't leave stuff in your car. So there is that aspect to it, I guess.
Yeah, San Francisco's turned into that. Where in the Carolinas are you? You're in South Carolina, you said?
North Carolina, so
And
just
what's
outside Charlotte.
Charlotte?
Hmm. Yeah.
And that's where you've been since you came as a kid?
Grown up here.
No accent?
No, I wish I had it, but I picked up on the accent here. So I grew up here, did school here, so my accent over the years kind of faded. My parents still have theirs,
But I mean,
and then I
Southern
have an.
accent. You still don't even have a Southern accent. That's what I meant by accent.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess not. Maybe
My
with
si-
some words, but
my sister moved to Texas, and she says y'all and stuff like that. When she gets all wound up, she sounds like she picks up a Southern drawl.
yeah, I'll say y'all sometimes if it's necessary. But I don't know.
I guess
Just kind
Taylor
of.
doesn't have an accent either.
I don't think so.
So, you're just a fucking normal American kid. You just happen to have South African, and CrossFit's really tiny in Africa, basically.
Um, yeah, I guess so. But I mean, their communities are really big. So in Cape Town, there's I don't know how many boxes, maybe anywhere between like 30 to 50 boxes. But Johannesburg, I heard, had like 150 boxes spread out. And I mean, South Africa's huge. I traveled up the coast and like went and visited my grandma one time, and there was like different boxes along the way. So it's big there in a sense. And the community is really big. So I think they're doing quite well over
relative,
there.
like Italy might have 1,000 boxes, right?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
France, or it's still, the whole, for some reason, the whole continent, whether it's economic or cultural, but it's not taking off there. I mean, there's obviously places on the continent that have fucking money, but it's still not taking off there outside of South Africa. I mean, it's not like Egypt has 500 boxes, right? But Egypt could definitely afford to have 500 boxes.
That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, they have shitloads of money, right?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll ever get to like a crazy level, but it's definitely still a presence there, I would say.
So you're here as a kid, siblings?
I got 2 older brothers.
Cool dudes?
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty cool. My oldest brother's really funny. Like me and him crack up. Like we joke up all the time. And my middle brother's a little bit more serious.
Your older brother's the military dude, the guy who likes guns and shit.
Yeah, he was a Army Ranger and a medic. Yeah, there he is.
And your younger brother's more like he looks more like a model. He's like all handsome and shit.
Yeah, him and his wife, I call them Barbie and Ken. But they're cool. I love my brothers.
Yeah, you got one of each. Darn, I don't have a picture of your other one, even though he makes a few more appearances. And so you're here, your whole family comes. I guess your family's pretty stoked. My family, my dad's first generation also here in the United States. Pretty happy.
Oh, nice.
What do your parents do?
So my mom nannies, and then my dad, and she's done it for a long time. She works with a few families, and then my dad has a pool business. So him and my 2 brothers started that up a few years ago, or maybe like 2 years ago. But my dad's been in the pool industry since he was in South Africa. So my mom's dad had a huge pool business. My dad worked for him, came over to the States, and then he recently started up another pool company with my 2 brothers. And so they've been killing that the last 2 years.
Digging pools or maintaining pools?
Digging, building, designing. So they'll do it start to finish. They do that whole process. Yeah. And then I've started the design side of it a little bit, like kind of part-time.
Hey, what about taking care of pools? Is that good business? Is there good money in that?
I think it can be. It's like another division we've looked at, but it's a bit of a startup, and the scheduling and getting someone in there, it is good, but it's not as big as the designing and the building and stuff like that.
And if you're going to be good at it, it's kind of crazy, right? Because although there's like the general filters and the general process that pools work, it's like, it's technology. It's like fucking car stereos, right? I mean, like they're like changing every fucking month. They're updating. There's just new shit happening. But I think I have a gardener here at my house, and he has a bunch of sons, and I think they fucking murder just maintaining people's shit. And I thought about that too. I was like, wow, I bet you the pool business fucking kills, but you kind of have to have really competent people.
Yeah.
You don't want to screw up someone's pool
on schedule and stuff.
Yeah, or blow up someone's filter, or put the wrong chemicals in, and burn a kid, or just do anything crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to mess that stuff up. So you got to have someone that knows what they're doing. But
look, Mike
where
can
did your
do it.
Parents come from?
Pool boy. Look at this guy can be the first guy.
You need a pool boy.
Yeah, do you know this guy?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you should. Do you have a boyfriend?
I don't have a boyfriend, no.
Okay, well he could be a pool boy and a boyfriend. It's a dual citizenship, dual occupational something. My parents are I'm Armenian. I'm 100% Armenian. My mom's family grew up in Turkey, and then my dad's family, my dad's family's from Turkey too. And then there was a war and a genocide, and so they fled. And Armenians kind of fled all over the world. And my mom's family came to the United States, and my dad's family was taken to Lebanon.
Wow.
And then from there, my dad went to Chicago, where my mom was. He went to school there in Northwestern. My dad was 10, I think there were 10 kids in my dad's family. And then he met my mom there in church. And then my dad was kind of like the kind of gross, scummy Armenian, foreign Armenian. And my mom's parents didn't want him marrying like a dirty immigrant Armenian, but she wanted to. So they eloped. And then like any dirty immigrant, my dad opened up a liquor store and bought some real
Love it.
estate, and here I am.
Wow.
Reaping
Do you
the
ever
benefit.
see your do you ever see your extended family? Like,
I used to. My family kind of I used to. I don't anymore. That kind of sucks. Thanks for touching on a little wound. Do you
anytime.
see yours? Yeah, I don't. I used to grow up with like cousins and uncles and shit. I don't anymore.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, wait, your dad you said 10 brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I think he was one of 10.
Yeah.
2 of them died like as kids. But yeah, the
Okay.
others, one of them I see, one of my aunts is in Fresno, and I see her periodically, probably 4 times a year. But the rest I don't see at all. At all, 0.
Well, it's kind
But
of
I
hard
grew
when
up with them. I
everybody's
grew up
spread
playing with
out.
them and shit. That's weird. I don't have time for that shit anymore. Do you see your extended family?
When I go to Africa, I get to. And then I have my mom's family is in the States, but I don't see them too much. When I can, I guess. Yeah.
How often do you go back to Africa?
I've gone back like once a year since 2018 for competition. So that's been pretty nice. Because I love going to Cape Town. It's like one of my favorite spots, especially in the summer. Like, that's so nice.
I feel like my life has become kind of fringe too. This is gonna sound fucking like horrible, but like most of the people I knew are still caterpillars, and I turned into a butterfly.
It's fair. That's not a bad thing.
Like, they still think they're going to go to the doctor, and the doctor says eat canola oil and that's good for you. And I'm like, no, I'm going to exercise and eat some meat and fruit and vegetables.
Yeah, I feel like that's like most of America, though.
And I feel like
you can't
that's
really convince them otherwise.
I feel like that's just separated me from them. They're like in the machine.
Mm-hmm.
They think drug addicts need shelter. I don't think that.
They're just not your people then.
Yeah, it's weird. I've gone off the deep end, but I like to think I've just evolved.
Yeah, I would say that you're leveling up.
I'm an personal responsibility, accountability person. My 18th girlfriend has cheated on me in a row. At some point, it's like my fault. I'm choosing the wrong bitches.
Exactly.
It's like, wait a minute here. Right?
I'm doing something wrong. Yeah.
I keep bringing. Why is my house full of dog hair? Well, because I keep bringing dogs home.
Yeah. But most people don't want to take their own accountability, you know.
Yeah. So you come to the United States. You got 2 brothers. Are you tomboyish? Are you pretty tough? Are you a tough girl since you have two older brothers?
Yeah, a little bit. I would say so. Like we like grew up messing with each other and joking with each other, wrestling, all that stuff. So we still do that. But yeah, a little bit. But I'm also kind of girly. I think it's like a bit of both. Just depends.
You ever do? And you have an interest a little bit in boxing.
Yeah, I picked that up a bit a few years ago. I met Steffi Cohen. She's a powerlifter, boxer.
That was a few years ago?
That was like 2019, maybe.
I remember that video.
Yeah.
I thought you were a real boxer when I saw that video.
No, I didn't even know we were filming that day. I just messaged her and was like, "Hey, can I work out with you?" And she was like, "Sure." We did that. It was like the first time I boxed, and then there was like a YouTube video. I was like, "Oh wow." But yeah, I liked it when I did it with her. And then last year when I was super burnt out and I didn't want to step in a gym, but obviously I still wanted to work out. So this was like another thing I don't know if you've ever boxed, but like the cardio fitness side of it, skipping rope for like 5 minutes and like jumping around, and it's hard, it's tiring. And the coordination from my hands to my feet, I was really bad at that. So it just challenged me in another way. I liked it. And there's a lot of technique to it. So I didn't get super far with it just because I did like a couple sessions. This is my friend Akeem. I worked with him. He's local. And, but yeah, it's pretty fun. For a second there, I was like, yeah, I think I might want to do a fight. And then my brother was like, no, like you can't be getting hit in the head. And he was like, don't do a fight. And I was like, oh, okay. So,
hey,
I don't know.
Are you still friends with Akeem?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while, but
he kind of looks like Aljamain Sterling. Do you know who that is? I didn't realize that until I just saw from this angle. He kind of looks like a yoked version of Aljo. And I mean, Aljo is pretty yoked too. I should show
I
you a
think he
picture.
does. He's like part bodybuilding, part boxing. He does a bit of both. So
Tell me about how. So Steffi Cohen, 25 world records, million followers on Instagram. You're just this podunk CrossFitter from the Carolinas 2 years ago. How do you you just like DM her and you're like, hi, can I come punch with you?
yeah. I was literally like, hey, can I come work out with you? Yeah. And she was like, yeah, girl, that's fine. We're gonna be at her gym, her hybrid gym at the time. And I think our boxing coach had messaged me a few times. And so we just kind of linked up that day.
Like he was courting you?
No, maybe not. But he was just like, you should come box. I don't even remember. This was
More
like
like
4 years ago
more
too,
like
but
recruiting than courting. Courting has romantic implications. Recruiting is like more for like, hey, he saw you had potential.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good point. You're very smart. You understand men. That's it. You just figured men out.
That's fair. But yeah,
John Wick.
I was down in Miami.
John Wick is here. Keanu Reeves is in the house. She's single as fuck. Hey, dude, there's no reason to scream that from the mountaintops. Be cool. It's chill. An African Carolinian. Yes, Mason Mitchell. Very well said. Okay, so you go there. Are you intimidated by her at all? I mean, she's as big as you get in kind of in this fitness space, like name wise,
Right.
intelligence, prestige.
Yeah. I mean, maybe to a degree, but I feel like you have to walk into those situations as like you're just as much as a presence as her. You know what I mean? Like it was awesome to work out with her and have that. And I also like meeting other females in the fitness industry and just kind of connecting through that because like in my day to day or like my friends from high school and stuff, like we don't have that in common at all. So anytime I find another female that's like into fitness or has something going on or whatnot, like I really love that. So it was more so just kind of like connecting with her. And I would say we were both kind of shy at first. Like it was like I would say she was pretty shy too. She was really sweet and we just kind of did the session together and it was nice. It was fun. But I also didn't really know what was going on because I'd never really been filmed before. So I was like, what? What's happening?
Oh, you did great.
I didn't know there.
I thought the video turned out good, don't you?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. So, and like, I liked the boxing. Like it was cool.
Yeah. What about, did that garner you a lot of attention? Like, did you put on a lot of followers? Did people start reaching out to you for other things from that? Cause she's so high profile.
Not too much, to be honest. No. Maybe a little bit. I think around that time, that must have been before BP. So my following was maybe around like 30, 40, 50. So I started my Instagram back in high school. Like this was my high school Instagram, like typical, just like posting like any high schooler would. And then when I got into CrossFit, I would start posting like PR videos or this or that. And then over the years, it kind of just like picked up and stuff. And then I would say it really picked up when I started working with BP. I did my first like shoot with
What's
them.
BP?
And then
What's BP?
Shot with Born Primitive.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love their. Yeah. I have some of their sweats. Ariel Lowen sent me some of their. I think they're called joggers. Oh, nice. Man, are you still with them?
No, my contract recently ended, but I'm in talks of maybe
courtship.
Re-upping or
some courtship.
Yeah.
Or as they say, negotiations. Yeah,
exactly.
I really like their stuff.
Yeah, but yeah. So then when their stuff is good. I like it as well. I've been with them for 2 years, but when I shot with Danny and Josie, because we were all in the same.
That's Josie in the middle.
That's Josie Hamming. Yeah, sweet girl, really good friend.
You guys make her look tiny. Look how small her head is compared to your guys' head.
Yeah, me and Danny got some potato heads.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love a potato head. I'm a huge fan of a giant head.
Same.
Okay, sorry, go on. So this got you more attention than the Steffi Cohen video is what you're saying.
Yeah, because
Danny's got a fucking gazillion.
Time.
Danny has a crazy active account.
Yeah, and I think they'd been in this space much longer than I had as well. So then between that and then that same year, I made the games. And then my page has just kind of been growing since then. So
How
But
come
I
you
mean,
don't
I've
tag
grown
them
it.
in this? Is that on purpose?
I think they should be tagged. That little person down in the corner, I think, is a tag.
Oh, that's how you do. That's
right?
how you do it. Okay, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
cooler way to do it? How come you don't put them in here? And this is where I do it.
Yeah, it's the cooler way.
Okay,
This is what the cool kids do now.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
And do you curate this? Do you pull posts down?
What do you mean?
Like you
Pull
put a,
posts
like
down?
are these all the posts you've ever made, or they're like ex-boyfriends that are gone, or sponsors that are gone, or just stuff that you're like, ooh, I don't really like that I'm presenting. Damn, look how fucking strong you look here.
Thank you. Yeah, this was pre.
You're 18 there, right?
What year is that? 2021? Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
19?
All right. Tell me when we get below your 18. I'll stop scrolling.
No, it's still good.
Hey.
Yeah, these are just. That was
hey, how tall are you? You're not
I'm
big,
5'4"
right?
and a half.
Look at this chick's
5'4"
a bite.
Caitlin's tiny. She's tiny. She's like 4 something, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you should keep her around. She makes you look like you're 5'10".
There you go.
So do you pull anything down? Ex-boyfriends, old sponsors, just stuff you don't like? Uh-oh, your headset died. You're gonna have to go to your gears. Do you see that down below on the screen? There should be a gear. Are you on a computer? And then you have to click on that gear, and then you have to go to audio, and you have to choose a different microphone so we can get your audio back. I can't hear you, but there'll be a little gear and it says settings down at the bottom of your screen. I think there should be, and you'll click on that, and then another window will open and there'll be a bunch of options: general, camera, audio. I cannot. And then you'll choose like computer, like MacBook or something. I'm pretty good at IT support. Share your screen and show her. Show her what? Oh. I wonder if I can share. Can I do that? Can I share a screen in a screen? There's her brother. That's the non-fighting brother. That's the brother that just like, that's the one she calls Ken and Barbie. Hey, someone asked if she's clean. There is as I researched her, I did find out she is quite fastidious and clean. She spends an inordinate amount of time keeping her shit clean, like her house, and she's has a real estate agent. This is you? That's you? Just nod. No, I can't hear you. You're going to have to go to that gear and choose something different, a different option. That's crazy. Imagine if she's 5'4", she's the same height as Cole Mertens. Imagine how small that girl is. Do you want me to keep helping you? There's going to have to be something you click. Oh, yeah. Taylor's helping her. Taylor's actually one of the few people who has access to the back end here. She got the brother in the Rogue shirt. Tractor in the background. Oh, that's turf back there. Oh, I heard the garage door open at my house. That means the jiu-jitsu instructor's on its way over. This looks fun to click. I hope someone falls in the water. You didn't figure it out? There's going to be something. Oh, you know what you can do? Oh, she's muted. Hold on. Unmute yourself. You're muted. And I can't unmute you. You have to click that. You have to click on the screen there, that little microphone. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Hello? I was muted that whole time. That was so
awesome.
Okay.
I love it when it's easy.
Oh, wait. So you can hear me fine?
So good. Better than before.
Right, Taylor's. All right. I think we got it, Taylor. Bye. Taylor and Will are like both calling me.
Okay. So do you erase stuff? Like, look at this dude. Is this dude, is this boyfriend that like slipped through the cracks? Like, this dude needs to be erased?
That was the ex-boyfriend. That was my previous boyfriend. It's a good photo though. I kept it up.
It is. Okay. But he could get pulled down.
He could. I think my other ones might have. I don't know. Some of them are still on there. I've taken some stuff off.
This guy didn't get pulled down.
but not a ton. No, he's staying. He's in it for the long haul.
That thing's cool. Shit. How they painted
that's
his
kinda
legs into
random.
the brick like that. That's okay. So stuff does get pulled down.
Yeah, but I haven't really like I don't know. I like my Instagram's also just like a good set of memories over the last couple years. Like that Bell shirt right there, that was fittest in Cape Town. That was the first elite competition, first sanctional I ever did. So first time competing in Africa. So my Instagram's just got a lot of memories, you know, and it's kind of my progress over the years getting to this point with CrossFit.
So what happened here? You're like, God, my butt looks good. Fuck, it looks good here too. Fuck, which one should I post? Oh, fuck it, both of them.
All right, I'm just gonna post both.
Both of them.
Yeah.
This one at least you're pretending you're looking at that guy. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think. Well, my boyfriend at the time was competing, so maybe I was watching him.
When did you? Do you think you're pretty strong? Like in your mind, or you're like, man, I'm strong.
Like physically strong or mentally strong?
Well, let's start with physically strong.
Yeah, I'm pretty strong. Like I've picked up weights pretty fast. That's like my thing is lifting.
And how do you become aware of that? When did you become aware of that?
Back in high school when I started CrossFit, I wanted to get better at the lifting part of it, like the barbell. There's this dude that was coaching the class at the time, and he was like,
"This is actually a high school class."
It was just I was in high school. No, it wasn't. It's just my gym at the time. Like
okay, so you outside of school, you went to a CrossFit gym. Okay.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, you'd be really good at Olympic lifting," and I didn't even really know what Olympic lifting was. And I was like, "All right, thanks." He also told me I'd be a really good engineer, and I wish I did that too.
Oh,
that would have been
why do you think he said that?
I don't know. I think it's maybe just like the way my brain works. Like I'm a bit of a problem solver, but I didn't go to college. So if I did and I went back for a degree, I'd pick engineering of some sort. So, but he was like, yeah, you'd be good at lifting. And then when I did start lifting, my numbers were just really good off the bat. I just picked it up well with cheerleading background. So I think like picking people up and then picking weights up, they kind of went hand in hand a little bit.
Did you know you were strong in cheerleading? Were you like, fuck, I'm strong? Like, did you ever like beat a boy in the 3rd grade at arm wrestling? You're like, fuck, I'm strong.
No, I didn't really realize I was like strong until I started moving a barbell. So until CrossFit, I wasn't fit though. I had no cardio, couldn't breathe to save my life.
How come you're little? You're only 5'4". Why wouldn't they? Why would you be in cheerleading? Why would you be the girl to lift other girls up? Why didn't they throw you around?
I was stocky. Like I was too heavy to get thrown around. Those girls are tiny. And like, I mean, I was good at lifting people up. So maybe I was at the time. I just didn't realize it. I was always a base, like always lifting people, throwing people. I never wanted to go in the air. I don't like being picked up either. So there's that. Yeah,
me neither. What about were you at some point in your life, like before you found CrossFit, you're like, wow, I have quads, or I have a fucking huge ass, or I can't believe my shoulders look like this, and then you were like, okay, and then it equated into being strong? Was there like a no? But those are all indicative qualities of a good CrossFitter, right? Big quads, big ass, big shoulders, like just more developed than normal in both men and women. I mean, you don't see anyone with a small ass who's competing at a high level.
Yeah, unless they're just like underdeveloped or something and they're not using their glutes. But yeah, I guess so.
I mean, even someone like James Sprague, who's like should be like a beanpole, he's got a fucking enormous fucking like between his belly button and like his hamstrings is fucking huge.
That's
right. You know what I mean? He's just got a fucking giant ass.
Yeah, I feel like CrossFit definitely has like, when you get to that competitive level, it's like a certain body type. Like you fill out in a certain way.
Sam Briggs, that is interesting.
Yeah, I feel like there's those one-off people that it's like it is genetics, where they're either just like super lean or they only build so much. Or
Sam's is narrow. I wouldn't say it's small. It's narrow. Same with China Cho, not small but narrow. Do you know what I mean? Like they're narrow. They're
like
not
their body.
Their hips area, like their ass is narrow. It's not like they're saying they're small, but they're narrow. Bailey Rail. No, I don't think of Bailey. Bailey Rail has a big ass. She's just a petite girl.
Yeah.
Haley Adams, does she have a small ass?
I have no idea.
Yeah, her t-shirts come down to past her knees. How would you ever seen her ass? No, there's no pancake asses. None. Zero. You know what I mean? Like there's none that go straight down.
For the most part.
Now you're just getting ridiculous. Spiegel has flat. You're out of your fucking mind when you have your eyes checked. Fucking cataract or something. Good community, girls cool in CrossFit. What girls are cooler, cheerleading or CrossFit girls? Culturally, are they different?
Yeah, because cheerleading, it's like you're in such a big group. Like your team is like 20 to 30 people. So I don't know. We didn't. My cheerleading experience, like we didn't mingle a lot. I guess we stayed with our group pretty hardcore. So I think the CrossFit girls are pretty cool. I like them. So. But also, too, it's like I only see them sometimes at competitions. And then there's like a few people that you hit it off with and you keep in touch. And then you like see them again, you know?
Is cheerleading, was that your primary sport? And when did you start it?
I started it when I started tumbling when I was like 13, maybe. I didn't like sports growing up. My brother, Michael, he was a soccer player. He was like that kid that was born with abs, you know? Like super annoying.
I don't know, but go on.
Yeah. He was like the athlete of the family growing up. So I didn't like sports at all. Hated ball sports. I wasn't interested in any of that stuff. And
Did you hate sweating? Did you hate sweating?
Yeah.
Me too.
It's like not intrigued on that at all. And then when did I found tumbling, which was like flipping, you know, and backflips and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is fun. And then that led into
tumbling. That's gymnastics light. That's like CrossFit light. It's like boot camp to CrossFit. Tumbling is.
Yeah, it's like, exactly.
Okay.
So you just do the flips and stuff. And then gymnastics is like a whole nother world. And then cheerleading is just, you add in the routine and the outfits and stuff. So, but yeah. And then,
at 13, did that give you confidence? Is that at 13, you don't really like tumbling, right? You like the girls who are there and you kind of like the adding to your identity of like being able to do new tricks. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? Like when you're a kid, you're just like, you're not sure if you like riding bikes, but when you jump over like 3 bricks, you're like, fuck, I'm pretty cool. I can jump over 3 bricks.
Yeah, for sure. I think it gave me a lot. Like it was nice to be a part of something too. As a big friend group, we all went to school together. I liked the outfits. I liked dressing up, and I really liked performing. Like I actually really liked being in front of a crowd and like putting on a show. Like I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, but other than that, I just wasn't big on sports and stuff, but I just don't think I thought that I'd be good at anything. So I never tried it, you know? And then like, I never thought I Olympic lifted for a good 3 years before I fully started doing CrossFit. And I did quite well in that. Like I never thought I would be doing something like that, but I love it now. Like crazy.
Trish is a frequent listener of the show. I wear little cheerleading outfits for her husband, for Ron sometimes.
Wow.
That's cool.
I've heard of Trish.
Yeah, Trish is a very thoughtful. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. But
yeah, I have no idea.
I just go with woman. Very thoughtful woman, elderly, 67-year-old elderly woman. And so you get into tumbling, and you liked performing, but in tumbling, it's you kind of have to share the stage, right? Like when they clap, there's like 15 of you up there or something, or a handful of you. It's not like you're like, yes, thank you. I know I'm funny as fuck. Thank you.
Yeah, the team sport dynamic, I guess, is, you know, because you're relying on other people, especially so many of them. So that part does get a little interesting. And I think I've liked doing indie and not having that responsibility of someone else. And then last year I got like a few team offers, and I debated going team.
You're talking about in CrossFit.
Yeah.
You prefer going individual than team because it's all on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I feel like team's another type of pressure where like you also don't want to let other people down. So, and then there's indie where it's like all the pressure's on you. So
I think team is kind of stupid.
Do you?
Mhm.
Why?
I think that there is, and I'm just don't judge me. I'm just going to explore some things. Okay.
Okay.
I think that there's like a cowardice component to it.
Okay.
And a, kind of like, you just go work out in your own gym. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing wasting our time making us watch your shit? Like, just do individual. And if you're not good enough to go to the games individual, just go do local comps and just do individual. And like when you do team, just work out, get some friends together. Team is what you do to prepare as an individual. You know what I mean? So let's say you and Danny and Steffi and that midget girl wanted to work out together. You might do some team workouts on a Saturday. But other than that, I just I know. Nope, Rich has got. The thing is like, yeah, when I say teams are cowardice, it's like right away I hear God's voice. How dare you speak of Rich Froning like that? How dare you, Sevan? And I know I felt him tap me on the shoulder, or she. But
yeah, I mean, but Rich's team, he was like a standout team. They won like what, five times.
I know, right? There's outliers. I'm just exploring. Maybe I'm open to being wrong. A stepping stone. Could it be a stepping stone? I like that.
Probably. I think, yeah, for sure. I mean, also too, if we didn't have team like the qualifiers, like that adds so many more people into the qualifiers, into the.
That's the whole point of team, to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Team is like Team Adaptive Division Masters. You're the subsidy. Yeah. You're the subsidy. No one gives a shit about you. Listen, Adaptive Team Masters. Kids. Kids. Maybe your parents care a little. The rest is like no one gives a shit. I mean, occasionally you care. You see the one-armed guy fucking snatch 200 pounds and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Or you see like a 72-year-old woman like running with kettlebells. You're like doing some pull-ups or doing a rope climb. You're like, wow. But other than that, it's like, yeah.
You know what I'm not a fan of is grit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The term grit? Oh my God, you're so gritty. Does that mean like you suck at CrossFit, but like that's the only compliment I can give you?
I'm talking about like the team thing that they do down in Miami. Or is it
grid? Oh, grid. Oh, grid. Oh, yeah. I like that you called it grid. Why? What's wrong with grid? What's wrong with grid? It's kind of just because it's like confused between. It's got a little confused.
It's like what is it? And then and they go for like 2 seconds. It's like this.
You guys did a grid workout this year at the semifinals.
Did we? What was it?
Yeah, workout number 2 is a grid league workout. I think Adrian took that from Grid League.
Oh, solid.
You know what I'm talking about? You wore the ruck. Yeah, you wore the ruck.
That was good. It was a good workout.
You did like it. Okay, good. All right. You stand by that one.
Yeah, it was a good workout.
Wow. Even with the thumb's influence, you still like that influence. I guarantee you the thumb hated that workout.
I don't think so. I mean, no, I think he was fine with it. I don't know.
Did you? How did you do in that workout?
I think I got 27 burpee box jumps.
Holy shit. Okay, so you can do that stuff. You weren't one of the 0 reps people.
No, the rings were fine for me. I broke them up like 3-2, 3-2, and then maybe 3-1-1. And then I like burpee box jumps. So that was a fine workout, but the altitude was definitely playing a role. So it was just hard to breathe.
Really? You were at altitude in Africa?
Mm-hmm. In Johannesburg, yeah.
No shit. What's the altitude?
I think it's like 4,200.
Oh, almost a mile. Holy shit.
It was,
That's crazy. Oh, you need a CEO cup. You need one of these. You kind of Jurassic Park. You need one of these. Oh shit. Thank you. Awesome.
It's just the thingies on this side.
Oh, wow. It says Jurassic Park on one side and CEO on the other?
It's Paper Street.
Oh shit. Wow.
Dude, I came prepared. What do you mean?
You're sponsored by Paper Street Coffee?
Not yes and no. They sponsor for the semis, so we've been working together a little bit.
I like Gabe.
Yeah, he's great. Gabe's awesome.
He's taking great care of me.
Same. Cool company.
I was actually thinking about texting him. I was like, wow, I'm out of coffee. And then I looked up high and my wife had four more bags stored up high. I was pretty stoked.
Yeah.
Do you think that you have to have a certain pathology or something wrong with you in order to be good at CrossFit, like some sort of demon you're running from or trying to reconcile or reconnect with?
Yeah, I think a little bit for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think we all
Is
just
it
have-
reconnect or reconcile? Is it you had some experience in your life that was so fucking intense that you're trying to find a safe way to reconnect with that experience of intensity?
Yeah, I guess either word would work, or reconcile maybe. Yeah, for sure.
Do you think you have a big enough I don't know, pathology? I don't know what the word is. Issue to keep improving at it?
Yeah.
Are you aware of what it is, what the experience is?
Yeah, I think I've just got, I got some trauma. I think
You
my
do.
trauma is what fuels me.
You do,
Childhood
yeah.
trauma.
I think it's all you guys. I think there's some sort of trauma.
For sure. I think so.
Or a chip on your shoulder. I don't mean it as a
That-
bad way, right?
on your shoulder, or like you have to prove something, or I don't know. I mean, which I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Overachiever, any of that stuff.
What do you think it is for you?
I don't know.
Someone laughed at you as a kid?
Yeah, right.
I mean, it could be. I think that's what Jason's is. I think his Kalipa, his fucking principal on graduation day fucking made fun of him
That's fucked up.
in front of the fucking whole graduating class. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, basically said you won't amount to shit.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, fuck you. Let me show you something. Hold my beer.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I got into fitness because I was bullied pretty bad, like middle school, high school, for being chubby or overweight or whatnot.
Were you?
I know. I mean, like, not really. Like, I was definitely a bit chubbier, but not like super big. But I got hardcore bullied for my looks and my weight and stuff like that. So
What does that look like? Can we revisit some of those lines?
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean?
Like, dang girl, you should skip lunch.
Oh man, I don't even know.
You remember the or here, let me eat that for you. You don't need that. Or you don't miss a meal or any.
Yeah, there would definitely be comments of like around food or about food or
boys,
like,
your parents, other girls.
say again. Oh, girls at school, boys at school. I had a little bit of it from my family, but it was on like the one side of my family that has like some toxicity and stuff anyways, like their own generational trauma. But
I'll be you and you. Heidi's right. I want to role play. I'll be you, and you be the bully. Oh look, fucking a weirdo watching on Twitch. Thank you, God, thank you. I appreciate it. Nice to see you. Hi, nice to see you from Twitch. Are you familiar with Twitch? It's a platform that guys who masturbate too much use.
No, I'm not familiar with
gaming platform. Guys who yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, we're not related. People think that Basnett and what's Camille LeBlanc like.
Yeah,
mine's Basnett, but the announcers say Basnett. Just Basnett.
Michelle Basnett.
Michelle Basnett.
Michelle Basnett.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on one second. I'm sorry. This guy wants to know what this podcast is about. That's a great question. Go ahead, tell him, Michelle.
Well, this is Sevan's podcast actually, so
Thank you.
I'm here with him today. we're chatting. We're getting to know each other.
What would some of the bullies say? Anything that like really stuck or stung?
I think this one girl made fun of my skin one time. I don't know what she said. She was just like, or it's like said something like about blackheads on my skin, or like, comments around food, like my family or my this one person in my family at the time, like, oh well, you don't need to eat that. You don't need any more. You need to watch what you eat. Blah,
yeah.
Blah. Things like that, I guess.
Causes you to contract so much and go inside your head when someone says something like that.
Yes, especially at that age. Yeah.
Man, look at your face. It looks like you eat grape nuts through a slingshot. You ever use that one? That one hurts.
Stings.
Yeah.
Or like, the like cool girls would all hang out and then like I would be on the side. Like I wasn't always included type of thing, So I don't know, whatever it was, definitely had a lot of bullying growing up. And so.
Anyone ever call you fatty?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like I blocked a lot of this stuff out too, though. Like,
yeah. Let's
I know
revisit
that
it. I want you to close your eyes. My mom one time told me we had a swimming pool, and I told her, I was like, "Mom, come swimming with me." She's like, "No, it's too cold." And I said, "No, it's not that cold." She said, "Well, that's because you have an extra layer of fat on you." That pretty much sent me. I'm 51 and I'm not recovered.
Yeah,
That's not her fault, but
but
now I got a podcast and it's all fucked up.
I feel like it's doing pretty well.
It's stuck. Like you said something to me when I was 7 that stuck, like gum on your shoe that won't come off.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, yeah, I think that's
ridiculous. Why can't I just throw it away? Why can't I just be like, I'll throw that away? I'm done with that.
But yeah, I feel like that's where it all started for me, is maybe some of that stuff. And then I was like, what was it? I think middle school to high school, I lost some weight because I had, like puberty, whatever, that was going to happen anyways. And then I also read this book and became vegetarian. And so like came into high school way different, and then like got more friends, like boys, all this stuff. I wasn't as like bullied, whatever. And then since then I just kind of went on this thing of like staying in shape and watching what I eat and like all that stuff. But I didn't get into working out till my senior year of high school. Like I only found CrossFit senior year of high school. So, but I think that was a big driving factor for a long time. It's just like, I want to look good. I want to take care of my body. Like I've always had a lot of pride in that. Is like, I feel good in my body, but I think it comes from this bullying, but I'm not mad about it because now I have this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's cool not being mad about it. Like I'm glad it all happened too. But what about, so do you think you medicate with, fitness?
Yeah, probably. I think I did for a while. And like eating, I didn't have the best relationship with food for a long time, which I'm sure there's a lot of people in this sport, in this industry, same thing. Like, I don't know if I ever had like a full eating disorder. I think I've kind of dabbled within the different realms of them. And so like I used to struggle to like eat food and then like be okay with it. Like I would say I'd like have ice cream or something, and then it would just like my mind would just lose its shit, and I freaked out, like would feel terrible that I had this ice cream. So that's also been like a really long journey, is like finding a healthy relationship with food. And then you get into CrossFit and it's like, okay, now you have to eat a bunch of carbs and you have to track your food. And it's like, that became very overwhelming in itself. So, over the last couple of years, yeah, it's just taken a long time to get in a good place with it. But I feel like I have a good grip on like eating and food and working out. And coming off a burnout, I learned a lot from a burnout. Like I feel more settled with it.
Which was recently, your burnouts recently.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was like that hardcore girl that like tracked everything, didn't want to miss a session. Like I literally had no life outside CrossFit. It was just like, I remember I went to Steffi's birthday party. This was like 2 years ago. And I met this one guy, and he was like,
Steffi Cohen's birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
She invited you to it after your film shoot together. She invited you to it.
Yeah, it was super random, but I went down for the weekend, and it was fun. But this one dude was like, "Yeah, so like, who's Michelle? Like, who's Michelle Basnett? Who are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I CrossFit." And he's like, "Okay, what else?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, I just like couldn't answer the question, and I feel like since then, like since that question 2 years ago, it's just been like, holy fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you go to church?
Do I go to church?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a very religious person.
Did you ever go to church?
I did growing up a little bit, but I feel like it was more just like my family wasn't very religious. It would kind of pop up here and there.
Like at Christmas time or something, or Easter.
Yes. Yeah.
Put on your fancy clothes and go.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I didn't really grow up with that. And I did have a group of friends that were very Christian, and I like tried that, and like I dated a guy that was more Christian than I was, and kind of tried that out, and it never stuck for me. Just I don't connect with it very well.
They needed to call you fat.
Sorry.
They needed to call you fat if they wanted it to stick.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to our church, fat lady.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that stuck. It's interesting. I think that's pretty normal. in a way, maybe it was even a blessing just to say, just have one thing, to be as simple as be like, what do you do? And I'm a CrossFitter. Who are you? Well, I CrossFit. Because I think at some point, every single healthy person has to make that journey inward and like take something that wasn't given to you on the outside, whether it be church or fitness, or whether you be an Olympian, or no matter how many accolades you have on the outside, you built your own car, you graduated from high, it doesn't matter. At some point, it's not going to be enough, and you're going to have to go inward.
Yeah.
It's kind of the thing I've been obsessed on this whole last year. It's I've been kind of fascinated with Rich and Mayhem also because they have values, right? And Sarah Sigmundsdottir, in the conversation I had with her, was talking to me about values, and values are something like no one can take from you. So like one of your values might be like something is like never kill a bug that's in your house, always catch it in a glass jar and take it outside. Like everything has a right to live, or something. You know what I mean? Just some treat all people the way you would want to be treated. Meaning, so, you know, someone cuts you off, you don't respond as Michelle Basnett, you respond as your value. How would I want to be treated if I accidentally cut someone off? It's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just kind of like,
yeah.
It's and then no one can take that shit from you. You can choose. It has nothing to do with your performance at CrossFit. But in a way, you kind of have to keep that other thing too, though, right? To keep the pressure on you, you have to keep some.
Yeah.
Or no.
I don't know. I feel like I'm learning that you can find a bit of both with it, I guess. But I think.
Don't you have to keep some insecurity or some sickness to rally behind, some weakness, some.
Yeah,
some.
maybe a little bit. Some trauma, like it's got to like a little bit. I don't know.
Do you think that wearing less clothes helps you also keep your shit in check? Like I notice, like whenever if I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks at the beach, all of a sudden I eat half as much at every meal because I'm fucking naked all the time. And so someone like you, who like you're always like have 80% of your body exposed, that maybe it helps you keep things in check. It's my theory about warmer climates, why everyone has a better body on the coast.
I do think when it's nice outside, like you kind of do just like wear a little less because it's nice, you know? Like if you're living at the beach.
Right. And then do you think that helps you with your eating too?
No, I don't think so.
Well, for me, it's look, Jake, thank you. Yeah, for me, it's huge. Thank you. Good. What? Michelle was making me feel stupid. Thank you. If I'm somewhere, like if I'm going, if I'm not, if like summer comes and I'm going to start wearing less and less clothes, and I'll start eating less and less because I'm acutely aware that I'm wearing less and less clothes. Whereas that's why I think like in the United Arab Emirates or the UAE, where all the fucking women are covered up in like burqas and shit, I think all those bitches are fat and got like type 2 diabetes. And then the dudes get fat because their bitches are fat. And then it's just a fucking spiraling, like, because they're never showing their bodies. What do they give a fuck?
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, like, in winter, like I still want to look good, feel good, you know?
You probably have a healthier.
Like I want like a year round, like long lifetime, same fitness body. I want to keep it going. Yeah.
You're a good dude. Jesus Sevan. Nope, just Sevan. You don't have to call me Jesus Sevan. That's fine. There was another Marco Calderon. Her voice is music.
Thanks.
I don't think I said anything racist yet, but stand by. There's time. Yeah, I'm with Michelle. Yeah, I wish I was with Michelle too. Yeah, I agree. You always want me too. I always wanted. I'm just saying. Here we go. Look at Jake Chapman. I went to the beach on the weekend. Time to dial it in a bit. Yeah, thank you. From the Isle of Man, Jake Chapman. Thank you.
Or like, you know how people
look at the men in this chat sound like the women, and the women sound like the men. You guys are fucking up the whole like.
Yeah, it's a bit backwards.
You're flipping the script on us, yeah.
Or like I was talking to this one guy the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, I feel like I would be able to like eat right or sleep right or not drink and stuff if I had something to work towards. Like if I was like doing a marathon, like I need something to work towards." And I'm like, dude, but like, what's your day to day? Like, right. What do you want to do day to day? Like that's, even if I wasn't competing, I would still want to get minimum 20 minutes in. I don't care if it's a 20-minute walk. Like right. I still want to eat right. I still don't want to eat a bunch of processed foods. Like I want to be doing things when I'm 65.
Right.
Sometimes when I look around at like older people or some of these past generations, and they're like, I'm like, I don't want to be that, you know?
Right.
So absolutely. Take away like competition and even maybe how you look. It's just longevity in my mind.
Your parents do CrossFit?
My dad got me into it. My mom does it now.
Oh, that's cool.
Cycles now. He likes road biking now. But
okay. So you have an active family.
Yeah, my dad's very active. He was very like adrenaline junkie, like crazy guy. Did a lot of sports and stuff growing up. So I feel like I got a lot of that athleticism from him. Yeah.
You're training with Taylor Self.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say he's your coach?
Yeah. Even if he doesn't want to be, he's my coach.
And does he not want to be?
No, I'm kidding. He does.
We'll get to my thoughts on Taylor in a second, but he's pretty obsessed with you, like in a healthy way. He's obsessed. I saw his stress levels increase. Probably not good to talk to his athletes about this. He feels very he takes you very seriously.
That's good.
He takes the God, I mean, I guess I know him better than I know most coaches, but he takes it. I could see like it added something to his plate. Like his it's not a joke to him in the slightest. He doesn't take you for granted. He feels crazy personal responsibility and accountability for you. That's what I mean.
That's awesome. I mean,
which is crazy to have if someone's not your kid. Like I have that for my kids, but he has that just for some rando chick that trains. And it's like, wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's
I feel
intense. Like you can tell how intense he is. Is it too much? Does he care too much?
No, I think we've like found a good like working balance in that, because we also like when I first asked him to maybe program, I was like, dude, I'm probably like a year and a half out from competing. Like I was like, I don't think I'm competing anytime soon. But like when I first came to Charlotte, I like met the group there, and I liked the fact that there was.
Is that group like his gym and JR's gym when you say the group there?
No, it's CrossFit Charlotte is Andy Hendel's gym.
Right.
And then Taylor has Self-Made, which is like the guys that follow Self-Made, it's the more competitive people. And the dynamic between the group class and the competitors, like it's really great. They keep a good thing going on over there between Taylor and Andy. It's really enjoyable. But yeah, so I met those guys and I was like, oh, cool. Like there's people around me that like do this and like compete and stuff. And then I just remember watching Taylor because I knew he came off a knee injury, and I would just see this dude just like going hard like every day. Like even though he was like maybe limping around the gym or like couldn't do certain movements, like he would just do like 6-7 pieces a day and just go as hard as he could. And like it was just super impressive.
He's got real demons. He's got like real shit like under there, like real big ones. Like, that need that he can't get to unless he does that. They need attending to.
Yeah. And so coming off the burnout, I was like, it just made me like, I'm like, what the fuck am I complaining about? You know what I mean? It was just in a sense really inspiring. And I was like, it got me wanting to get my shit together again, you know? And then programming together, there was definitely times where it like Taylor's got his like strong suits. Like he's just a fit dude. And
he's a bit of a genetic freak. He is a beautiful man. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'd like write a piece and I'd be like, Taylor, like you can do this. Like I can't do this. Like take it down a few notches. Like we definitely had to, I guess, learn that about each other. And then I don't know, I don't really need a ton of like coaching or like over support training wise, but like the mental aspect of a lot of things this year, he's helped me with a lot, especially over the semifinals weekend. Like just working through like the ups and downs of like competition and stuff. Like he was super great just being a sounding board and like combating maybe like those negative thoughts that I was experiencing. And so I've learned a lot from him too. Like it's been really good, and it's made me like step my game up. I don't think I beat him in a workout yet. That's like my real goal. It's not even the games. I just want to beat Taylor in a workout. Oh,
that's awesome. So he's not pacing behind you. He's putting it to you.
Yeah. I think he's also cherry picking, but
okay. Who was your first CrossFit coach ever? Like you're going to the CrossFit Games this year, 2023 in Madison. When was the first time you went to the CrossFit Games?
2021. My old gym's CrossFit Cornelius. It was Mike Bratnowski.
Okay. And he was like your coach, like he did special programming for you, or like he went to the games with you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So we built up together, me just like becoming an athlete and him kind of like learning how to coach. But that was almost like a 5-year relationship. And so then around the games, like he just wasn't involved enough in the sport to really know how fast it was progressing in a sense.
Right.
So,
you need someone geeking out on the movements, being
Mhm.
like, okay, here come the pirouettes. And everyone else is like, what?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Taylor's like ahead of the game with a lot of that stuff. So it's great. Like, and I'm learning a lot. Like, and I appreciate that. So
Those guys are in a good think tank together. You know what I mean? Like they got a good group of just dorks who just are
they love that shit.
Yes. Scouring all
exactly.
of Adrian's shit or Dave's shit or historical stuff. Yeah. They're scouring. And then who after him? How did you depart from him? How does that work? How do you switch coaches?
Yeah. So I struggled.
Does that hurt? Does that upset him? Oh,
yeah.
it does
So
hurt
he
a little
was,
bit, yeah.
well, I mean, it was hard. It was hard both sides.
I figure I'm not even taking a dig at him. Change is hard. Yeah.
He was also I coached full time for him. So leading into the games 2021 as full-time athlete, full-time coach. And that was like the worst fucking decision because it's so much time in the gym. And I would like wake up, eat, train, coach, train, sleep maybe like on the gym floor, train, coach, go back. It was like that 6 days a week. And so by the time I got to the games, I was just trashed. And and then I stayed with him through 2022 season. But he was slowly losing the involvement in my programming and he didn't come out to the semis and stuff. And it was fine. He was going in a different place in his life. I think we both struggled to just like step away from each other because it was such a long relationship. So then did 2022, missed the podium. I got third.
You went to Johannesburg to do that?
That was Cape Town, but yeah.
Cape Town, okay.
Thought like it was the worst thing ever. I was literally like, what now? What? Like, what am I going to do? Like and then also too, on top of that, I had just been, you have any like childhood trauma? You got any like a little bit of that?
Yeah. My mom called me fat, told me I can swim in cold water because I was fat.
All right. Then we can relate.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff was coming out just like naturally. So I think I did a podcast like right after the games. I was like, yeah, like I trained too much and I didn't rest enough and I burnt out. And day 2 at the games, I literally woke up and like had no thought process, like mind body. There was no mind body connection. Like couldn't think straight. I literally just cried the entire day, but I like no idea why I'm crying. And it was just like this massive breakdown. And then that went on for like 3 months.
Is that what that is? You tapped a vein of childhood trauma?
Literally, like so I eventually got in therapy. My therapist was like, it's less of anything to do with CrossFit and more so that I just like pushed myself in so many directions for so long that my body and my brain were eventually, I say like, it's like my mind and my body took me and just like threw me on my back and like wouldn't let me get up until they were ready. Do you know what I mean? Like I had no control of that.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's just massive breakdown and it went on for a couple months until I finally got into therapy and then started like working through a lot of things and understanding things. And
how did you end up going to therapy? Did someone tell you have to?
No, I think I asked my dad because I was like on the couch, didn't want to do anything.
Oh, you're so lucky. What a good dad you have. Good job asking your dad that you felt, well, I mean, just that means your dad did his job that his daughter could come to him.
Yes, that's true.
You don't want your kid to kill themselves and then because you selfishly are going to be like, fuck, why didn't they come to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so not that you were going to kill yourself, but I just took it to that extreme. Okay. That's awesome. Good job, Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, listen to me. No, I'm not talking bad about Rosemary. I'm just joking. My mom always had milk in the fridge and peanut butter and jelly for dinner. My mom's.
Your mom's name was Rosemary?
Yeah.
That's nice. That's very pretty.
Yeah. My mother's name is Mary. And my dad's name is Joseph. Do you know who else had those parents? Mary and Joseph?
Jesus.
Thank you. There you go, people. There you go. I have issues. Okay, go on. Okay, so you talked. So you talked to your. Why did you talk to your dad?
I have a good relationship with my dad. Like my parents went through a really nasty divorce growing up, and so like
they're not together anymore.
No,
Okay.
They haven't been together since I was like 8 or 9.
Okay.
And so there was a good like 6 years, 5-6 years where I, in a sense, wasn't allowed to see my dad. And so then when I was 16, like made my own decision to go see him, and we had to like recreate that relationship again. But I've always gone along with my dad, and we're very similar. So yeah, he's like my go-to.
Can you give me an example of what you said where you're like, hey, Dad, I'm just crying a lot, or hey, Dad, I'm exhausted, or do you actually point to what you think is the issue? Is that the childhood trauma? Was it the divorce was hard on you?
Yeah, it was the divorce, and like the one side of my family has a lot of its own like trauma, generational trauma, toxicity, like controlling. Like I had a big influence from that side of my grandparents, and they weren't like, in my opinion, like the best influence. And so I think a lot of the negativity and like they were very much like you have to prove yourself to get their approval type relationship. And so yeah, it's just like chasing your tail.
Are you Jewish?
No.
Oh.
I had my aunts are Jewish, but I think they married into that. So
yeah. It just sounded like some Jewish culture shit, like about that approval stuff. That can be a hard upbringing. You're lucky you didn't get into drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
You make an awesome drunk. You could really just fucking
Okay, have a good time.
Were you ever into drugs or alcohol?
No, I've like had my fair share, but nothing crazy. I didn't drink or smoke pot or anything like that till my senior year of high school. And even then it was like, but at that point I had already been into CrossFit. So I was like, oh, you're telling me I'm going to wake up hungover the next day and I can't work out? Nah, that's not for me. So CrossFit got me first.
Sorry, 1 second. Sean Lenderman, did he ever say what BIRTHFIT is? My wife delivered her third baby yesterday. I'm trying to find her a good postpartum plan. Yes, Sean. Yes. Your wife wants to be around those people. Those are fucking great people.
What's BIRTHFIT?
BIRTHFIT is this, it's a shitload of CrossFitters, but it's a support group for women from everything from just the thought of having a baby to fucking having a baby, right? And just taking care of your body, your mind, and your soul, and being. I mean, my bias is I just like it because they just believe in women. Women can do it.
Yeah.
Like they believe in like, hey, and this is my projection, not them. I'm not speaking on behalf of them, but they believe women can do it. They believe that women can get pregnant, eating right, and being physically healthy, and finding a loving man, and then they can make a love child. And then they feel that then the woman could get pregnant and then have the baby, basically at home, and then take care of the baby. And that the woman is eminently capable of all of that, better than a hospital. That's up. And if you want to take that path, even if you don't want to take that path, they have something for you. But if you want to take that path, they got groups within BIRTHFIT that will help women do that, help unprogram them, because we have this belief that like you need hospitals and you need all this shit to raise a kid, and you don't. My wife just fuck me, got the semen, had the baby on the living room floor, and now we have healthy kids. The end.
That's right. I love that.
Thank you. I love that.
That's
too.
Amazing.
So I just love BIRTHFIT. I love everything that they stand for. I love the belief that they have in women. I think it's so yeah, good group of people. Sean, awesome. Thanks. Women need more support. Like there's too many doctors treat pregnancy like a disability. Yeah, it's fucking not. The baby batter. Thank you. Yes, the baby batter. They got to get the baby batter. So you go talk to your dad, and does he suggest therapy?
I think so. I think he had like a contact of like the therapist that I'm working with now. But
He built a pool for him.
Did he? Yeah. He did. And I just couldn't think straight. Like I wasn't functioning, and I thought maybe I was like I had something going on. Like I was like, maybe I'm bipolar, maybe I'm like ADD, like maybe something's like, because I couldn't function for the life of me.
Right.
And started going to therapy and like just worked through a lot of stuff, got a better understanding of like family and relationships, and needed to learn boundaries. And like, you almost have to like grieve your childhood in a sense. And that was the emotional part of it for me, the like crying on and off. Like I literally cried on and off for like 7 months, day to day, just insane. And it was nothing I could really do or stop. It was just like grieving and processing stuff that you like shoved down for 25 years, you know, which is a crazy concept, because for half that time that it was going on, I thought I was crazy. Like at one point I told my therapist, I was like, I think I need rehab. She's like, dude, you don't need rehab. Like stop. Like,
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get my mind straight, but I just had to like give it time. And through that whole process, I was also still like, I need to be CrossFitting. I need to be competing. I took a year off in a sense, but I almost didn't, because I was still like mad that I wasn't competing. You know what I mean? So
when you say give it time, does your therapist also give you tools?
yeah.
They give you tools.
Yeah. I mean,
like breathing exercises or questions. Who would I be without this thought? Or they give you tools of I mean, because basically what you're saying is that the voices in your head were so loud and coming so quickly that you couldn't get reprieve from them.
Yeah.
I think that's why so many of us exercise, right? We're like, fuck, I'm going to go
tap
do
out
100 burpees to shut the fucking brain down. You won't, you're going to change your tune if I fucking exercise, you little fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good way to put it. And it was just like a concept that I couldn't grasp for a while. Because you also get like, as a woman, like you get like that stuff where if you are emotional, it's like, oh, you're overreacting, or there's something wrong with you, or it's your period, or blah, blah, blah. So like, I thought it was some of that stuff for a while, especially like growing up with 3 guys, you know, like I didn't have a lot of like female response to my situations, I guess. And so it took me a while to accept the fact that I was like, okay, we're grieving something. We need to like learn some things here. We need to learn to like take care of that younger self that like pops up. That's another thing too. It's like a lot of time the way you react to things, it's like because of something that happened in your past. And it's just like younger person having a reaction, you know, like that to me was a crazy concept. I was like, oh.
Are you still in therapy?
Yeah. We're going on.
Are you addicted to it?
Maybe a little bit. There's like twice now where my therapist's like, we can go every 2 weeks. Like we can go once a month. I'm like, nope, I'm good once a week.
Yeah.
And it's been good too, because she was with me through missing the games last year, and then she was with me through making it this year. So she's also helped me like with the athletic side of it too.
I wonder if you could get like 2 things done at once. Like you could like you could get a waxed and therapy at the same time. So like you could help consolidate, you know what I mean? Consolidate your timing or
yeah, that'd be nice.
Or I guess at least wear toe spacers while you're doing it. Like that's why I like this show so much. Now I'm wearing toe spacers. I'm doing 2 things at once.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. You know
what
I
love
mean?
Efficiency.
That could be a new business. Get waxed and we'll talk you through your problems.
And we'll go, yeah, probably ease the waxing a little bit. Make it nice.
Is your mom in the States?
She is, yeah.
And when your parents divorced, you lived with your dad?
I initially lived with my mom and kind of her parents. And then when I was 16, because I hadn't really seen my dad for like a good 5-6 years.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. It was a very like spiteful, petty divorce, you know? It was yeah. So
I don't know, but I can imagine. My mom was a divorce attorney. I could imagine.
Yeah.
I had kind of the opposite. My parents were like, you take him. No, you take him. No, you take him.
Yeah.
I'm joking, but I got to see both of them plenty, even though they went through a divorce.
Okay.
Wow. You didn't see your dad and did you not see your brothers during that time either?
My oldest brother, no. Cause he actually has a different mom. So he's like my half brother, but he's my brother. And so when they separated, he left with my dad. Me and my middle brother stayed with my mom. And then halfway through high school, my middle brother left to stay with my dad. And then I eventually left as well. And so, it's just a very, very tricky divorce. And it's crazy. Like my dad could be so spiteful towards that side of the family that like kept us from him. but he's like, my parents are great now. Like, we all have family dinners together.
No shit. They fixed it. Wow.
Like, and that makes it so much easier on me, you know?
Way
And,
easier. I love to hear that. I've never heard that. I've heard lots of like, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. So, but I think, I mean, like, we missed out on a lot of like family dynamics. So I think now, being past all that, like, we're trying to recreate that in its own sense as best as possible, which is great. So I love spending time with my family because we just didn't get a lot of that growing up.
So at 16, did you move back in with your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exactly what I did too. Isn't that crazy?
Really?
It's my mom kicked me out when I was like 15 and a half or 16. Yeah. And I moved in back in with my dad. Did you get kicked out?
Yeah, in a sense.
Oh.
But yeah, it's because I wanted to see him. It wasn't because I was like a bad kid or anything.
Oh,
I was
bad. I was bad.
Were you?
I got a C on my report card. Listen, Jason Rosales, are you a big believer of toe spacers now? I don't believe anything. So let's be clear about that. I remember you used to always make fun of the product. People say shit. I show me where I made fun of the product ever. Please show me.
There you go.
Or like, I mean, I made fun of Michelle a few times in the show, but it doesn't mean I'm not a believer or,
As
Michelle.
you should.
I don't understand what you mean I made fun of it. I love a toe spacer. The whole idea. Before I had this podcast, before I even knew what toe spacers were, I had toe spacers. I had toe spacers when my first child was born. He had hammer toe. That's like where one of the toes climbs up onto the other toe. And so I just went on Amazon and bought him toe spacers. I don't know what you mean.
These have been around.
Say that again.
They've been around for a while.
Toe spacers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the Chinese use them as a torture device. Someone in the comments, someone on YouTube recently said that Sevan plays the victim. I was like, can you give me one example of that too? Like, I would love to help me out, hook a brother up. Tell me, like, they're saying that I'm always like feeling sorry for men. I'm not feeling sorry for men. It's cool. We can pee standing up. I'm totally. I'm the opposite. I think we're better than women because of that.
Yeah, they're gonna bring some facts to the table here.
Yeah. So what do you mean to make fun of toe spacers? I mean, maybe I don't know what you mean by made fun of. No, my parents aren't together now. But my parents have never. I never saw my parents do any petty shit. Like I see them together all the time. So like all the holidays and I mean, even just recently, this kind of caught me off guard. Probably shouldn't say this, but even recently, my dad was like, hey, I'm going for a walk. I have a stepmom around too. My dad's like, I'm going for a walk, blah, blah, blah. My mom was like, oh, I'll go with you. And they went for a walk.
That's nice.
Yeah. I've never, if they have issues, they've always hid them from me, which I appreciate. Oh, yeah. Sorry. This Sevi, the show's about Michelle. Melissa. Your name's Michelle? Sorry. Show's about Michelle. All right. Melissa, he can't help it. There he goes. Look at there. Oh no.
It's about the same.
He's talking about that, Melissa.
Oh, okay.
The show's not about Michelle. What happened after your first coach? Then where did you go?
Oh, wow. I forgot we were even talking about that.
Me too.
Circling back. Okay, so yeah, I came off that semis. Stayed in Africa for a little bit, and then I stopped CrossFit for a while. I was like super stressed out and just.
How can you do that? How can you stop CrossFit?
It was not easy. I had really bad acne from just stressing so bad about life, whatever. And so I met this dude that works on your gut guy, and he helped me fix that. And he was like, you have to stop working out. He's like, you can only work out for an hour and 4 times a week max. And I was like, dude, you're crazy. And he was like, I'm not kidding. And I did that for a couple weeks, and skin cleared up, inflammation went down. I had to lower my stress. So I was just overly stressing. It was ridiculous, but it felt really weird.
What's the guy's name?
Matt the Body Tech. That's his Instagram name. And I forget what his last name is, but he was
acne could be traumatic. You have amazing skin.
Thank you. I still get breakouts here and there, but it's a lot better. And when my stress gets high, my skin does react. So
what's his name? Matt the what?
Matt the Body Tech, I think.
It was more stress than, oh yeah, there he is, Matt Cusano.
Yes, exactly.
Followed by Michelle Basnett.
And
this guy's yoked.
bodybuilding, but he's his knowledge with gut health and hormone testing. I did some of that with him. He was great through that process.
Did he change your diet at all?
Yeah, he put me on an extremely clean diet, like no processed, no sugar. I could only have rice and yellow potatoes, only 3 types of vegetables, 3 types of fruit, meat, like very, very clean. I think we did that for like 4 or 6 weeks, something like that. And it was super helpful. Like I came off gluten through that process, which now I just like don't prefer gluten. Like I feel like it adds a lot of inflammation. And so did that with him for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And I came on with Matt Torres around the same time.
Oh, over at Brute.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I was looking at Underdog and I was looking at Brute.
Oh, I think I remember you. You went out to Vegas. I think I remember that, right? You were out there for a second? No?
I wanted to go out there. I was going to go for Zalos games and then I didn't go.
Okay. Maybe that's what I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So leaving my coach, I was like, okay, who am I going to next? So I'm just like looking at the different programs and I was like, well, I want a training environment. I want to be around other people. I've trained by myself for like 6 years. I'm over that. And when you're like in an environment that's better than you and then like you become better, like that's what I wanted. I wanted to level up in a sense. And so went with Brute. It was good. I really liked working with Matt. He was great. And I told him, I was like, dude, I'm far from competing. Like, I don't know if you want a burnout athlete. And he was like, it's good. Like, we'll just work into things, whatnot. So we worked for a few months. And then I think.
Well, you didn't go to Florida.
No. And that
you
was.
Didn't go to Naples.
Yeah. There wasn't really like room for me down there in a sense from what I was told or whatnot. And coming on with him, I was like, I need a training environment. Like I can't be training by myself anymore. And so that was like a big thing that like I couldn't go down to Naples. So then I got offered team with Andre Houdet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which was awesome. And I was thinking
he seems
about
pretty serious. He seems pretty serious.
He's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I met him a few years back. But the visa situation was tricky, so that didn't work out. And then
no shit, you were gonna go there. Where's he? Is he in France?
He's in
what country is he?
Not Denmark, I'm pretty sure.
So you were gonna go there?
Yeah. Just 6 months. I was like, well, let's do it.
Wow.
I think that would have been really cool. But at that time I was still very nervous that I wasn't going to be prepared to take on the season. Like I was still height of the burnout. So then through Brute, I got offered to do team with Kelsey Keel in Philly, which also would have been really awesome. But I just didn't think that I would be able to like compete. I was just still kind of on my ass and like trying to get on my own 2 feet. And so,
was the self-doubt like the biggest problem? More than whatever problem you were suggesting might be there?
Yeah, I think so. My body wasn't responding to working out for the whole of last year.
What's that look like?
I mean, I could do an hour workout and I would be sore for like 3 days. And I would just like, I just wasn't responding to any type of training, but it's probably because I like mentally wasn't actually responding.
Okay.
And so then me and Matt kind of fell off. And he's got a lot going on. He took over Brute at the time. He's got like great athletes down there. So having a long distance athlete, especially in my position, wasn't really like ideal anyways. And then
it just faded away.
Pretty much. We had like a call and we were both just kind of like, I was like, hey, I think I'm going to go in a different direction. And so was he. So there's no hard feelings there. I liked Brute. Like, I think it was a great, would have been a great choice. I just think I needed something more one-on-one, like a little bit more attention. And he was just in a different spot, which is totally fine, you know?
Seems like what he's doing down there though. It seems like he's figured out a way. I can't imagine how busy his days are, but it sounds like, I mean, with their success is crazy, right?
Oh yeah. They're doing great. They are. But like, if I'm not down there and like, I'm doing it long distance, I just
right. For sure.
The same response.
So it wasn't a bad split with Brute.
Oh no, not at all.
It was just like, thanks. Like basically he reached out, you guys worked together a little bit and then you're like, I want to do something more local.
Yeah.
Or I need to move down
there. Yeah, exactly. Right. So then still at this point, this is like November, December of last year. I'm not even like thinking about competing. And then I went on this date, and this guy was like, yeah, you should come to my gym. And I was like, oh, like I thought he was a bodybuilder, and he was like, no, I do CrossFit. And I was like, oh, okay.
Where did you meet him? Where did you meet this guy?
We just like through messaging, you know, like a little DM.
So some guy DMs you, and then you check his profile, and you're like, oh, he's cute. And then he says some things that make it think that it's safe to go out with him. And so like you choose a public place to meet, and then
Yeah, we
sorry,
got
I
coffee.
just and you got coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, oh, this is nice. And you didn't even know he's a CrossFitter?
No, I thought he was a bodybuilder. I told him that. And then he said, I'm a CrossFitter. And I was like, oh, okay.
Do you think maybe he just told you that so that you would like him, or is he really a CrossFitter? Did he take you to a
He
gym
does
where there was
actually CrossFit.
Oh, it
But
said
was
like
so
cross.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then he was like, yeah, you should come work out with us. And I was like, okay. And I had
Well,
heard.
sorry, one more question. How could you possibly find someone in your DMs? Do you know what I mean by that? Like, it must be just a shit show in there.
I mean, I look at it here and there, but I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to it, to be honest.
So you just kind of got lucky. Like you're probably like sitting somewhere waiting, and you just opened up like 5 random out of the 10,000 unopened in there, and then you're like, oh, this guy wants to go out.
Yeah.
How many times had he DM'd you?
Once.
Oh, wow. What are the chances of that? Okay, sorry, go on. I just can't fucking believe that happens. Because I know what your inbox looks like. It's a fucking train wreck, right?
I mean, there's not too many ways that I'm going to be meeting like guys, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm going out all the time. And then you have dating
are you
apps.
on any dating apps?
Yeah, I mean, like I've had them.
But you can't really be on those, can you? You'll get just fucking inundated.
I mean, yeah, it's just not that worth it. Plus, I don't like messaging. Like I don't like texting or like messaging. If I were to like match with somebody, and then I would be like, we either hang out and see if this is a vibe or no. Like I don't like that like small talk of like, what's your favorite color?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So then came and worked out with them, met Taylor, and I had some
No
friends.
shit. It was the dude at Taylor's gym.
Yeah.
How far do you live? How far is your
date?
Are you at your house right now? Is this your house?
This is my roommate's house. I rent from him, but yeah.
Oh, okay. But that's what I mean. That's where you live. How far is your front door to Taylor's front door where he sleeps at night?
40 minutes.
Oh, and then how far is your front door from your gym's front door where you train every day?
40 minutes.
Holy shit. Okay, so now it's starting to make sense to me. So he takes you to this gym. You need to move.
Yeah, but I love this spot, and I have a garage gym here.
Okay,
and I got
okay.
a really good price on it, so
Okay. Is your roommate a boy or a girl?
Is a guy.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. His name's Blake. He's very nice. He golfs. He's like a really good golfer.
Blaine or Blake?
98% dicks. LOL.
What? So what did someone write?
The comments.
Oh. Okay. So you you were basically you and Matt Torres just faded. Where were you training when this guy took you to this gym? I got to slow down this part of the story. There's some details here that have to be uncovered.
We went to CrossFit Charlotte. So that's where they train out of. That's where Taylor's out of.
And that's Andy Hendel's gym.
Yes.
And did you know that was Andy Hendel's gym? And did you know who Spencer Hendel was? And did you know you were going into like a place that's pretty, I mean, it has fucking crazy CrossFit history?
No, not to a degree. I knew who Andy was because he did my level 1 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But no, I didn't know that his son competed and that they had like that whole thing. I didn't realize Taylor had a whole thing going on over there because in a sense it's 40 minutes, but it was so close.
Is your housemate straight?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it weird for him when okay, I don't know if I'm ready to ask that question. Okay. But okay, so he invites you to the gym. Okay, he invites you to the gym. And you show up there?
Yeah. And then worked out with Taylor. We did this workout, I think, with like 60 ring muscle ups in it. And I was like, I thought he was tripping. I was like, 60 is so many. Like, whatever.
Does he know who you are? Does he know who you are when you?
I think so. I think we knew of each other. And I'd seen him like, or maybe I saw him at Crash a few weeks back.
He knows a lot of game shit. I would guess he would know who you are. I mean, he knows a lot of game shit.
Yeah. I mean, we're local to each other in a sense. And I had some friends that were following his programming at the time. And my friends a few months before this were like, you should try Taylor's stuff. And I was like, no, I don't know who that is. Like,
wow, that's cool. Okay, I like that.
I was being a dick.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And then when I worked out with them, I really liked the fact that they had like a group thing going. And so then I just kind of kept jumping into some workouts. And then me and Matt separated, and I like went to Taylor and I was like, do you individual program? And he was like, not really. And I was like, okay, well, I'm looking for that. And he was like, well, he like took a day or two, and then he came back to me and was like, all right, we could maybe like try this out. And we both were like, we'll try it out and see how it goes. And there wasn't.
Are you doing the same programming he's doing? Because he wants to go to the games, right?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's recovering.
No, he has his own coach that does programming for him, and then he does my individual stuff, and then he does his SMTP stuff.
Who's his coach?
I'm not sure.
You're not allowed to say.
No, I don't know the guy's name. He's told me before, but it didn't.
Oh, is it JR?
No, it's not JR. It's another guy. And I think they've worked together for a while.
Hey, how come no one uses does anyone use JR to try to go to the games? How come no one is JR just like a completely untapped resource? Or does JR not have the time?
Probably that. Maybe JR just doesn't want to, but he's a good.
He's a pretty hardcore family man. Like he's the kind of guy, if you're talking to him and his wife like walks in the room or says JR, he'll be like, bye. Like there's just bye. Just hang up on you.
He's an awesome dude. His competition, Crash, is like one of my favorite competitions. It's so good. And the workouts are always so hard.
Are you enjoying Taylor's he's a unique man.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying that?
Yeah, I think
he's very aggressive.
He is, but like I just like with certain, like, I don't know, when he's like in his workouts and stuff, you know. He's also really funny. Like he is very funny. He's a goofball. Yeah, I don't know. And then we started doing some workouts together, just me and Taylor, and that was pretty cool. And
what happened to the guy that you were dating?
We're friends.
Oh, all right. He ended up in the friend zone.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't go anywhere. But then I stuck around and started working out, and yeah. Now
and do you still train with that guy?
Sometimes, but I think I'm at the gym more now than he is. So,
does he have games aspirations? That guy?
No, which is totally fine.
Wow, what a trip that man, I would love to hear his story. Like if he like went fishing and like he caught a big fish but couldn't bring it onto the boat.
I think he struggled a little bit.
Metaphorically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
John, hi, I don't know. Hi, JR. What do you mean? Are you hard to date?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I just don't like actually date, like boyfriend, girlfriend, we're dating. I don't do that very easily. Like that's
what other kind of dating is there?
I don't know. I mean, I think there's like hanging out and stuff, but like if I'm actually gonna date someone, like I have to be pretty interested in them. And
okay.
Yeah. I just don't, I'm not easily like,
how long, like you're not going to share locations with someone, like, so they very easily on your iPhone.
No. I mean, yeah. I'm also very independent. So I need someone else that's independent. Like I don't like.
Well, they need to play hard to get a little bit.
No, I think they just need to have like their own shit. Like they need to have their own life, their own like friends, their own thing going for them.
Right.
I'm not super like, I don't get super like intertwined, I guess.
You want someone you can take for granted.
I guess.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
I think that's 99 cents. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know what inspired that, but thank you. Oh boy. Maybe he just wanted you to see his picture.
Oh wow. Nice picture.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's fun. He's fun. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Sevan, sorry, bud, you're out.
Sevan, ask her on a scale from 1 to America how free she is going to go on it. Dude, you're way too far away from her. He wants to. How free is she going to go? How free is she going to go on a date with me sometime soon? I don't get what that means. How free is she going to go on a date? How soon? How soon is she going to date with me?
Not soon.
Because he's too. You're not going to go on a date with this guy?
Yeah, he said, "Pool boy." Oh, that's someone else said that.
Oh.
Pool boy's very independent. Besides a team at semifinals, I thought that was funny.
This is a nice guy. He you know who he trains with? Do you know who Kelly Clark is?
I feel like I've heard that name.
She was last year she missed going to the games by 1 point. And she's I know her too. She's a local girl. She's like in our area. She's like the local CrossFit girl star.
Nice.
And he trains with her. I think maybe he trains at Jason Kalipa's gym too. Bro, learn to read. You're misreading it, dude. Well, okay. Oh, all right. I'm misreading. Please, okay, go ahead. Michelle, your turn. Go ahead.
What am I reading?
Yeah. Let's see. You're reading.
I ask her on a scale from 1 to America, how free is she to go on a date with me sometime soon?
How free is she? Oh, how free is she to go? Oh, how free is she? Oh, like your schedule. Okay, wow, you do know how to read better than me. All right, you guys point Michelle. Point everyone.
Schedule's packed, guys.
Sevan, ask her on a scale from 1 to America, how free is she to go on a date with me sometime soon? Oh, that's good. See, I think if he wouldn't have said sometime soon, you could have been. I think that was just too forceful.
It didn't click for me the first time either, if that makes you feel better.
She's playing hard to get. Well, I needed help. She helped me. She is going to the games. Is everything games now?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Your therapist okay with that? And your gut health guys okay with that? They're like, all right, we understand.
Yeah. It's like, it's just very time consuming now, especially with a drive to the gym. Like, I'll go out for a morning session and then I'll come back and I'll do a PM session here. But then I think as we start adding more things in, it'll start to be like 2 gym sessions, and that's like 2 hours, if not more, in the car. And so also too, like, I don't like my training getting moved. Like, I don't like having to move it around. So like I had some plans this weekend and then I had to adjust my training and then I just get frustrated. So it's like, but I also need some like downtime and some stuff outside of CrossFit. So I like do go socialize and like hang with friends and stuff. But if it messes with training, then I get a little conflicted, you know?
Does your housemate work out?
He does. Yeah. Yeah. He does like a bit of CrossFit and stuff. And then he golfs like a lot, like every day.
Like he wants to be a pro golfer?
He does. Yeah. I think he's trying to make like PGA level.
I think this is like a good sign. Oh, this is a guy in his underwear. This is a guy in American flag underwear carrying a kettlebell. Blaine McConnell. She's a vibe. What do you think that means? I think that's like good.
It's the t-shirt. My wolf t-shirt.
Someone's gonna have to explain what by vibe, but I think that's a good. Eaton Beaver. Sevan, you will have subscribers fall in love after meeting through the live chat and get married. Oh, that would be cool. Sevan, how do you not know who Blaine McConnell is? Well, fuck.
I was gonna say he's he was in CrossFit and then now he does
I'll look him up.
bobsledding, maybe. Am I wrong? He's like a super powerhouse athlete, if I'm thinking of this right guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this guy does a lot of crazy strong shit.
Mm-hmm. I think he was in CrossFit forever ago.
Maybe I do know. I can't even read a sentence this morning because Michelle's such a vibe. Oh, look at this is the one.
Is it? Maybe it's not.
No,
I think I'm thinking of someone else. I can't see his face. That's why I need like
because look, he's bobsledding. But look at this.
Okay.
I want to see this. What's this kid doing over here? Days that start with a training session with my number one.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Are you gonna have kids? Oh yeah, this guy's a fucking hoss.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have kids?
Eventually, I'd like to. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You'll get married first?
Yeah. Probably try to lay it out like that, but we'll see what happens, you know?
You're 26?
I'm 26. I don't want to have babies anytime soon, though. I'm not gonna lie, pregnancy is like scary.
Yeah, it's scary as fuck, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, bro. It's a lot of work.
When my wife got pregnant, the whole time I was thinking, I never told her this. I was like, how the fuck does she wake up every morning knowing that she's gonna have to push this thing out of her vagina?
Dude,
I would be terrified.
blows my mind.
Yeah, but have you ever seen a birth?
Yeah, maybe like a random video here and there, and
But the vagina is like a transformer. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're meant
it
to
does
do
some
it,
shit
but-
down there that you can't even fucking believe, and you're like, okay, I get it. Like you're not like, yeah. Even though some of my dude friends have fainted, but like, you're like, oh, you're not just an Autobot, you're a robot too, and then it like just changes, and you're like, oh, okay, you're a birth canal.
Yeah.
And then when it's done, it just goes back to being a vagina. It's weird.
It's wild. Yeah.
Crazy.
I didn't know if I want to have kids, and then my 2 brothers had kids, and now watching them be dads and build their families, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So
you like being an auntie?
Yeah, I do like it. I got some cute nieces and nephews.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the games and the thumb will be your coach, he'll be the dude, he'll get the coach's pass.
Yeah.
Do you ever call him the thumb?
No, and I only heard you guys call him that, or someone call him that like a few weeks ago, and I thought it was hilarious, but I don't call him that.
Yeah, the thumb. It's endearing, the thumb.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one thing even pre-semis, because I wasn't really like overly stressing trying to make the games. I was just trying to like have a season and feel healthy and not like hate everything, like hate the gym and stuff. Which I've really enjoyed prepping for with like Taylor and stuff. But I was like, games training with Taylor would be sick. I was like, that would be so fun. So now I'm really glad we get that opportunity.
Holy shit. Are your parents going to go? Will your mom and dad go?
Yeah. And so my dad's been to a lot of my competitions. He's seen me compete quite a few times. My mom's seen me compete once. And then my brothers have never seen me compete, and they're coming. So that's pretty cool. Will
you be a train wreck, or will you enjoy it, or do you not know?
I think I'm going to enjoy it more so this time than last time. Like last game's experience, I like looked at it as a failure for like a really long time. And so I didn't actually enjoy it. But this time it's like, I don't know, there's a lot of things that are different. My environment's different. My coaches are different. It's more positive. My mindset's better. So I think it's going to be good.
This is a little uncomfortable to bring up. I apologize, but Barry McCockiner wants to know, does Michelle know Taylor steals luggage? Do you know about his past?
No.
Well,
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I wish we didn't have to bring this up. Taylor used to be in charge of the Biden administration had Taylor in charge of the Department of Energy's most secure or dangerous assets. And he was caught for stealing luggage recently and lost his position. But
wow, I did not know this.
Yeah, it's his code name. It's his code name is Sam Brighton. You never heard anyone like he answers his phone. And he's like, "Hello, this is Sam. I mean Taylor." You never heard that?
No. Oh my God, this is wild.
Yeah, I apologize. He's a good dude. He's not going to steal your luggage.
Does Taylor want to borrow your red lipstick?
He's been
yet to ask.
He's completely look at it is a sad story. Yes.
Sevan.
Sevan, let me educate you on vaginas. What? I'm 51. She's only 26. Like what the fuck do you like? She knows that I know stuff. It's cool. It's not because I'm smart. I can't read sentences. She reads sentences. I tell her about how vaginas transform. Seen it happen 3 times up close and personal. It's cool.
Wow.
Okay. I appreciate you being on.
Yeah. Thank you. It's been fun.
You're wonderful. You're so cool. You're easy. You're easy as fuck. Yeah. You're always welcome on. I felt a little strong arm when Taylor was like, "Hey, can you have Michelle on?" Like he was like using his proximity to me to use me. But I feel happily used. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Cool. All right. Seriously, anytime. Thank you. Good luck. We'll be watching. Awesome. I have your phone number. I've been known to bug people to get them back on. Never feel any pressure. But I'll definitely would like to talk to you again.
For sure.
All
We've
right.
got a wild group for our Airbnb.
Yeah.
Taylor, our whole gang, and then JR and Hiller and some other dude.
Oh shit! Be careful with Hiller.
Oh, okay.
Make sure befriend him because he's the CrossFit tabloid, right? That's his new.
It's fair.
So befriend him, manipulate, use, take advantage.
In that order.
Yes, in that order.
Got it.
Harness. That's what I meant.
Right.
Harness.
Awesome.
Oh my God! Look, this guy never says anything nice to me. That was great, Sevan. Holy shit! This must be a great show.
Thanks, David.
Yeah. All right, girl. Thank you. Have a great day. You're wonderful, and we'll be rooting for you.
Thanks so much, Fawn. Have a good
Okay.
one. Bye, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, I get what you mean by she's a vibe. I wish I could describe what that is, but she's a total vibe. I don't know if I've ever used that term. Is it just? It's either because I don't want to say really what I feel, or I'm just being lazy, or I don't know yet. Yeah, she's super personable. Is that it? Oh, she's beautiful. Yeah, she's all those. She's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Where's Rosie? You saw Rosie in here? I always like to say hi to Rosie. Oh, there she is. Hi, Rosie. Okay. Yeah, she's great. That was easy. She has great charisma. I prepped by she was on Schweitzer's podcast with Kat Shear and Scott on the Clydesdale Media podcast. So last night I went to Greg's house for dinner, and on the way there I listened to it at 1.25 time, and then I listened to it on the way back. Then I walked around my house, my yard a little bit when I got home and finished listening to it. And then what else did I listen to prepare for her? One more thing. What did I? Oh, no. Then I just went to her Instagram and combed her Instagram. Yeah, I think Kelly Baker is going to be great too. I'm excited. Oh, tomorrow's going to be great. This guy, Ezra Adderhold's going to be dope, I think. I'm excited. It's a good week. And then Thursday, Greg Glassman's coming on again. All right. I actually didn't think today's show, I was surprised today's show went over 90 minutes. Ezra Adderhold, golfer, frisbee golfer, yoked frisbee golfer, all in shape frisbee golfer, dude. I wonder if he even does CrossFit. No, I kind of stopped bugging Sarah. I could start bugging her again. You want me to start bugging her again? You guys want to bring Sarah on? I'd like to have her on. At some point, it just becomes like, okay, maybe I should give them some space. But then you never know. Then they might be like thinking the same thing. Like, since I'm not asking them on anymore, that they don't want to bug me. Who knows? Oh, that's a great question, Sevan. So I was just telling my mom yesterday. We were at the ranch, and I did 8. I don't remember. I did some pull-ups at the ranch, and that was the most pull-ups I've done in like forever. But it feels okay. I mean, Hiller really worked on my arm good. I didn't do 20. I think I did 9. That was fun. I really enjoyed seeing you guys. I hadn't eaten that day. I was trying to save my appetite for the evening. And Justin Medeiros' mom brought me some spicy margaritas, homemade. So basically, it was fresh cut up cucumber, cilantro, and jalapenos all mashed in with what I think is sparkling water and tequila. I don't know what the fuck was in there. What's in a margarita? Is it tequila or vodka? Whatever's in there. I was fucked up. I had 3 of them. Yeah, she was there, and Mr. Medeiros. Hey, and when you see him in person, and I got to hang out with Justin's grandpa, and when you see him in person, and I hugged him, you'll understand Justin. Like, there's just people who have different genetics, and he just has different genetics. Tequila, yeah. He's not made normal. The dad, Anthony, big head, huge back, huge Huge. Not like genetically outlier for sure. And then that would explain. You could see, oh, okay, that's what happened to Justin. He got just crazy back. No, I did. I tried. Did you get vindicated for not calling him fat? You know, here's the thing. You wanted me to tell you the honest truth. No one's watching, right? I think that there is another clip somewhere where I may have used the word, because that clip that we pulled up where I don't call him chunky and I defend him. I think there's actually another time it came up where I did say something about chunky. But either way, I'm just happy Justin came on and we got to party. I like hugging Anthony. Yeah, he's fun to hug, right? But like, I don't think I'm 5'5", and I don't think I can get my arms around underneath his lats. Like, I can't hug him like he's huge. His shoulder, he's fucking wide as fucking semi. Logan, what's up? Hello? Oh shit. Not this again. Hello? Hey. Hello? Hey. Okay, you got to wait 1 second. Hold on. Are you still there? Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm reconnecting because I'm a loser. Okay, are you there? Hello? I guess.
Hi.
Oh, yes, there you are. What's up, dude?
Hey. Okay, you said you're gonna have Greg on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
So I've got this thought. I heard you talk about La Sierra, that high school thing, a couple times, like once with Hunter and once with Greg, right?
Right.
And like seeing how certain things have been handled by people with like 49ers, stuff like that. Like hearing Hunter and Greg and you talk about the qualifications for the different things that you're supposed to do for that La Sierra thing, like X amount of dips, 2.5 hours in the pool, tied up or something. I don't remember. Greg said that some of this was brought up to the USSR almost like as a scaring tactic.
Oh, is that okay? Yeah. I vaguely remember that. I don't remember who said it, but
do you think that the whole program was like more or less just orchestrated for like a marketing or like a strategic way to scare the shit out of the Russians? Because no one's repeated it. And then when you guys talk about the qualifications, everybody's like, is this even possible? And like, that's from people that are crazy high end in the sports. And like, even Hunter's like, I don't even know how you do 63 dips or whatever in X amount of time. Like they must be doing, some kind of kipping thing or something.
Yeah. The only thing that makes me think that that's possibly true with what you're saying is because of that. That's exactly what I was thinking too. I was like, holy shit. Like, really? This is what, and the image of the kids is crazy. The image of the kids is crazy. Propaganda. Like, Jay Harlow says propaganda. Yeah. But here on the other hand, dude, like it's so easy to do. If you gave me 500 boys who are 12 years old, by the time they're 16, I could make them complete fucking like compared to what we have, just complete animals.
Right.
Obviously, it's kind of so easy.
The high end is like probably harder than a black belt. It's like just straight up genetics at the top high end, or like the way that the whatever the top navy blue or whatever short color was. So this is really inside baseball. Somebody doesn't know what we're talking about, but
it's yeah. I mean, I just have my own. So I have my own kids, right? So I have a kid. My kids have been doing jiu-jitsu now for years, right? 3 or 4 years. And then I see some kids who come in and in 1 month, they're like at the 50-yard line as good as my kids already. And I'm like, holy shit. Like I get to see different levels of genetics, right? Or different levels of mental, what's the word? Perspicuity. I get to see different levels of just human beings and how they are able to adapt, right? But at the end of the day, if you just do something with someone every single day for an hour, for 4 or 5 years, they become fucking amazing. I don't know if it was propaganda, but it would be so easy to do, and it's a shame we're not doing it. I mean, are you in pretty good shape, Logan? Have you been in good shape?
No, I'm not in very good shape.
You're not? Have you
I
ever
wouldn't
been?
say very good shape.
Have you ever been in good shape? By good shape, I mean, can you run an 8-minute mile, do 20 strict pull-ups? Can you squat your body weight? That's what I mean by good weight. Good.
I mean, I squat my body weight, but I'm not like a freaking athlete. I wouldn't. I always feel weird if somebody calls like me an athlete because I don't feel like an athlete. But
it's like just a shame that if a human being doesn't ever get to experience their physical prowess, it is a shame because it's such a miss out. I didn't get to experience mine until I was in my 30s. Well, that's not true. In my 20s. And what a shame. Whereas my kids are already experiencing it 6, 7, 8 years old. And so I don't know. Part of me wants to. Maybe it was just propaganda, but either way, I just keep thinking like it can be done and it should be done.
Right. Okay. Well,
look at this, David Weed. I jerk off for 2 minutes every day, and I'm fucking good at it. Yeah, even 2 minutes a day.
Oh, there you go, man. He must be practicing to get wow. Any weird joke sidetrack. Hey, but on the
That's
PDF,
not even a joke. That's not even a joke. Don't even take it as a joke.
PDF where you look at the standards, is that like a weird janky copy with like pizza sauce stains on it?
The standards for that for that school's
La
workouts?
Sierra thing.
No. What do you mean? I saw it on the internet.
Yeah, it's on the internet, so it's true. No, but I'm wondering if the PDF that you looked at with the standards on it, is it like some janky PDF comment with a PDF file with pizza stains on it?
No.
Okay. Maybe I'm looking at a different PDF and different standards anyways, but
it's a shame. It's a shame that it's a shame. I would rather it's a shame that just every single kid isn't put through some sort of program like that to just experience what their body's capable of.
We need to tie more kids up and throw them in the pools is what you're telling me.
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. I love it. All right. I got to let you go.
Okay, thanks for
Bye-bye.
Bye. Logan, it's always nice when he calls. I like to hear his voice. He didn't call for a long time, and now he calls again. Sevan, what do you have holding your bun up? I have a rubber band. This. A green rubber band. It's obvious the program is not real. No shit. No shit. First of all, it can't be obvious. What's obvious is that you're pretty adamant about the program not being real. My 4.5-year-old is now swimming without a floaty. Dude, there's this little Japanese girl that started the kids jiu-jitsu class before she was 5 years old. And she came from a swimming program where she could swim her fucking ass off. And now she does jiu-jitsu and she's fucking, it's nuts. Sevan just found that on the ground. I found it somewhere. Yeah, exactly. What took him so long? Yeah. My kids didn't swim until they were like 6, which is pathetic. Don't tell anyone that. I'm embarrassed. And I took my kids to so many fucking swimming lessons. I think finally I taught my kid how to swim. It was like, quit being a pussy and get in the pool with your kid, you jackass. Ken Walters, my 15-year-old twin nephews yesterday said no way they could even swim a quarter mile in the pool. Guess what? They went at it all day. By 10 p.m. last night, they both did it. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Sean Lenderman, my baby was born yesterday, can already deadlift 225 for reps. Oh, Russ Stevens. Wow. My youngest is leaving school. I am now officially old. Yeah, he did have a baby yesterday. Well, he didn't. His chick did. His third child, if I remember correctly. Mike Meyer. It can't be real to the people who can't imagine themselves completing it. Lack of confidence is poison to some. Yeah, I mean, when I was 20, couldn't even do a fucking pull up. And then I think I've told you guys this story before. Then one time I was on ecstasy in the backyard and like Molly, what they call Molly now. And I was in the backyard and my roommate at the time was a steroid user and a meth addict. So he's yoked out of his fucking mind. And we're back there in the back and he's doing pull-ups on a tree branch in my backyard. This is at UC Santa Barbara and Isla Vista. And he said, hey, do a pull-up over here. And I'm like, I can't do a pull-up. And he's like, yeah, you can. And I hung from the bar and he goes, it's not a pull-up. It's a back contraction. And he grabbed my lats and squeezed them. And when he did that, I contracted them and I did my first pull-up. And then, I don't know, fucking flash forward 10 years later, they did an impromptu, they were doing a strict pull-up competition at CrossFit HQ. And I walked in with my camera bag and shit all dorky. And I think Pat Sherwood had the record at the time. And they're like, Sevy, come here and try to do enter the pull-up competition. And just cold, I did it. And I tied Pat's, whatever his record was for strict pull-ups. And two things, maybe I could have done more if I was warm, but also I probably would have done one less if I didn't know what Pat got. So, but anyway, yeah, it's crazy, right? It's so fucking crazy. I'm so lucky that I found CrossFit. Holy shit. So fucking easy, lucky. Oh, wow. Here we go. Cornholio. I had my kids do no arm burpees the day they could stand. That is not bull. If you're talking to me, that is not bullshit. There were witnesses. I wouldn't, if that story wasn't true, I wouldn't tell it. Okay. Sean Lenderman, if I didn't care about myself, I'd be totally down to try the meth and trend work plan. I know. Doesn't that sound fucking amazing? Doesn't that sound amazing? Oh my goodness. Andrew told me, I don't know if it's trend, but he told me that one of those drugs, those steroids, is so fucking powerful that it'll make you so fucking paranoid that you'll think that even if you're with your girlfriend, you'll think she's cheating on you. Like the paranoia is just out of fucking control that comes with it. I was not using a band. Shut up. I was not using a band. It was before there was Trent is gnarly. Yeah, Trent, there's Andrew. Oh, let me see if I can get you guys we should get Andrew on. I have to pee. I want to talk to Andrew. Andrew, what are you doing right now? We just hung out with each other for a week. It's crazy what people write in the comments. I want to read to you the YouTube comments. People take the time to write the craziest shit. We had the best week of our I had the most fun I've had with the podcast that I can ever remember, the 2 shows I did with Andrew live in the studio. And people are I don't know how anyone did not enjoy those shows. They were so funny. I am missing him already. It was cool. We had fun. Oh, can't you just get on? Hold on. Let me see. Invite, copy. Oh, you're probably by your phone or something. Here, hold on. I'm going to send you one. Send it to you on your phone. Are you not home? Where are you? There, I sent it. Hey, do you think that when Michelle Basnett, I can't tell if just girls are just hard to date now, if something has changed, or if like just dating like a professional athlete is hard, like someone who has like aspirations like she has. Oh shit, you're in the log cabin.
I'm in the cabin.
That is so fucking weird, dude. It's like you're not in your natural habitat.
I know. I was getting ready to edit some videos.
That's where you're gonna sit?
For now, yeah. I had everything on my laptop from being out, so.
Sorry, her name's Basnett. Basnett.
I heard her say that.
Basnett. I liked her a lot, actually.
Dude, she was chill. She was cool.
Someone says she has a vibe. What do you think that means?
Everyone's got a vibe.
You don't have a
You've
vibe.
got one. I don't have one.
No, you don't have a vibe.
Interesting. I
Dude,
think everyone.
I suck at pronouncing last names. Maybe I'm amazing at it.
I have to show you something.
Oh, good. Do I have to? Is it a link?
No, I think I can just show it to the screen. After watching a show the other day, someone changed me in their contact list.
Oh, Sober Hiller. Oh, yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
got my phone number now.
Yeah. They sent you a screenshot of that?
Yeah, they changed my name.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I just gave everyone my phone number. That's cool. I don't answer anything anyway.
Do you ever remember me making fun of toe spacers, like poo-pooing them? That's twice I've been accused of poo-pooing them.
No, I actually don't. I think every time I've heard you talk about them forever, and I've heard you say quite a few words, you're at least intrigued by them.
God, this
weird, though.
one
I
doesn't
wouldn't
smell so
it.
good.
People want to check out that light. What do you think of that light?
Does anyone want to come over and smell my toes? Oh, shit, you do have it set up like my house. You said you have a computer like that set up at your house. That's just an
Yeah, just
iMac
over
sitting
there.
on a table over there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
You like my red Santa Claus thing over there? That's kind of funny.
Is that your backyard back there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good-sized backyard.
Dude, we're looking at houses in Florida, and we were looking around, and I don't know if we can move considering the space we've got here for the price we got it.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's the dogs love the yard. That's huge. And I built the garage. It'll be tough.
This smells like do you know what brie cheese is?
Yes,
Camembert cheese.
Oh, I hate brie.
My toes smell just like brie cheese. If anyone wants to know what they. Wow. That's potent. I wonder if there's a cleaning protocol for these.
Travis has seen my yard.
Oh, it's huge.
He's been here. I was telling everyone this week that I would live in Chicago, and then everyone goes, "Oh, I used to live in Chicago." It was weird. You said you just lived in Chicago, or your dad lived here.
My mom and dad. Sevan, you need to wash them after wearing them. Oh.
How do you wash them? Like in the sink?
Brie
Dishwasher?
cheese is amazing, but yeah, I don't know if you want your feet to smell like it.
That's my least favorite cheese.
What's Hiller's number? I'm pretty sure he wants to be my BFF.
Sean. Scroll back a little bit, you'll find it. Let's
Hey,
see.
what do you think about the fact that some dude hit up Michelle Basnett in the inner DMs and then dated her, or went on a date with her?
That part.
Yeah,
I missed that part. Was that right? Is that the dude she has the picture up still from, or is that
no? I don't think. Well, I didn't ask. I should have asked. But then but that was it. And then this dude took her to Taylor's gym, and that's where she met Taylor.
And she's no longer with the dude, but she's still with Taylor.
Yeah. So he caught a big one, but couldn't bring it on the boat. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I was thinking. Like that guy's probably like, holy shit, I'm going to go on a date with Michelle Basnett. And then she
went to Taylor. Taylor scooped her up.
Yeah.
You need to be a full-time athlete. You can't mess around with these people.
Fate.
Tell her, Taylor.
Be honest with me. How was it being away from home for a week? Was it too long?
No, I don't think so. It's always weird getting home.
Yeah.
Like I really.
Do you fight a little bit? Do you fight a little bit with Alexis? Like when you first come in, like where's my like when you like the first couple hours, you're like, where's my shit? And
no, she was knocked out, and the house was immaculate. She did great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like the deck got painted and everything. It's awesome. It's actually better than was left.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she was with she hung out with the street parking crew from Friday to Sunday. So she was also gone for a little bit, but in the week she had to herself. She worked a lot. She never lets you forget that. Sevan and I were on the phone one night. It was probably 9 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock his time. Alexis walks in the door, and he goes, "Where were you?" And I go, "Dude, she works all the time." He goes, "She works?" And she goes, "I work, Sevan. I always work." And I go, "Dude, she works a lot."
Not everyone could be a boob tuber.
Yeah, right.
I missed the live with her on. She's a shooty boo. What's a shooty boo? Michelle Basnett is a shooty boo. Think that's in the Urban Dictionary?
I'm sure it is.
Shooty. What time did you get home last night?
1 o'clock or so. It was late.
Oh shit! It is a word, shooty boo. This is the girl that you see that makes you say, "Oh shoot," and you desire her to be your boo. A shooty boo. Wow. A shooty boo.
Kind of sounds like Great White Buffalo.
So you see her and you're like, damn. I wish she could be my girlfriend.
Is that a new one of those new words? Like,
I thought you were gonna get home at 12.
that's when the plane landed.
Oh, what time? I thought you said you got home at 11. You got home at 1?
I got into the house at 1, yeah. And then I ate a giant bowl of cream and fruit.
Oh. And you
Dude,
did
I
that a
lost
lot at
6
my house
pounds.
too. What?
I lost 6 pounds in the 2 weeks I was gone because I didn't weigh myself.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize. You know how I don't eat very much?
Yeah.
I really didn't eat very much.
I
guess.
hardly saw you eat at all. Well, I
didn't
never
even
saw
know.
you eat really when the sun's out. I only saw you eat at night once it's dark. You're like a vampire.
Yeah, I don't eat in the morning. I ate a lot of salami and cheese and heavy cream. But that's the thing about frozen fruit. I don't know why people don't eat more frozen fruit. Why do they go straight for ice cream and sugar and crap? Because frozen fruit takes so long to eat and it's so not calorically dense. It's like the ultimate dessert food.
Yeah, he puts both of us do it. We put heavy cream on it. Both have that same, and it freezes on there like magic shell. It gets like hard on the fruit. It's a trip.
Oh, good. I learned that from you.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I've been doing it every night since I left Newport the one night. Haley made it.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Hey, you look thinner, by the way, when I look at you right now.
It might be the camera because usually I'm at a different camera in a different spot, different angle.
Right.
Maybe like this. I don't know.
You're sharing an Airbnb with Michelle Basnett. Did you know that at the games?
The plan, yeah. Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had no idea. How did you get all that shit? You have all that shit organized already?
Dude, I don't plan anything. I booked my flight home from your place Saturday morning.
Oh, and you left on Sunday.
No, I left like less than 24 or like about 24 hours later I left.
What's today? Today's Monday?
Today's Monday.
Hey,
So,
do you have a
past-
games ticket? Do you have a ticket to get into the venue at the games?
No.
Hmm.
Not at the moment. But I have loose ties to one.
Maybe you could get a coach's pass. You froze. I have to pee anyway. Did Andrew freeze for you guys? I don't see Andrew anymore. Looks like my internet's good.
Fuck. Am I back?
Yeah,
My bad.
there you go.
Hi.
What is heavy cream? You know, heavy cream. Just go to the store and it's like buy the milk and shit. Just heavy cream. No, you froze again, Hiller. Oh, I have to pee. Hey.
What's going on here?
You just keep freezing.
Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on here.
It's okay. I need
My internet's bad right now. I'm in a
And I
weird
have
spot.
both.
Maybe it's between routers.
Oh shit! CrossFit versus 2 idiot high schoolers. Oh no. Oh no.
that one I got creative with the title.
Oh
You've
no.
heard about the treadmills, haven't you?
The what?
The treadmills, the assault air runners. I mean, people in the comments are actually giving you credit because you've been trash talking the event for a little bit because it's not spectator friendly.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm 100% certain that event number 5 is the most poorly executed event in the history of CrossFit. I'm open to being wrong, but like
Tell me why, other than the fact that you can't watch it and know what's going on.
Yeah, that's it. It's not. Listen, so there's things you need for a sport. Like you need competition, right? You have to have more than one person, basically. You have to be. There has to be a competitive piece, and like they went out of their way to remove the sport and the competitive element out of that workout. I mean, it is a
So because you don't know where anyone's at the whole time.
You don't know where they're at. They don't know where they're at relative to the other people.
Dude.
They can't. I mean, it is fucking.
You're-
But it's
I
and
want
then
to
what's
see your
crazy
reaction.
is it's a perfectly programmed event. That's the craziest part.
Right. But I
It's,
need to
it's
see
like
your
holy
reaction.
shit, you programmed the perfect event and then you poorly executed. It's pathetic.
All right.
It's like being born a human and then giving yourself type 2 diabetes. You were born on fucking planet Earth as a human.
Well, here's
It's
the thing. Everyone does
and
that.
now you
willingly,
eat and you're
know?
destroying your body. It's like, sorry, you're a fucking idiot. Go ahead. Sorry,
I'd say 95% of the population does that anyway. They give themselves diabetes
right.
with their diet. Okay. All that stuff you said is true, and you already don't like the event. Now imagine you're presented with evidence that the runners have a discrepancy between them, and they know about it. So
You think they knew that one of the runners was calibrated wrong?
No, they've admitted that they know.
Well, they admitted it, but they said it's within the guidelines of variance.
Who cares?
Okay. All right.
It's like, hey, this barbell you're gonna get, this would never fly. The example that I use, the analogy is Guillermo Harros is snatching. You know, the dude's capable of doing what, 320, 330 pounds, and he hits 280. And you go, well, it's because there's upwards of 15% variability on that barbell, depending on how well it's.
Shit. Oh,
it would never fly. Well, that bar just sticks. You walk
and
into
Heidi brings up a good point. And Heidi brings up a great point. This is what Hiller would say to the guy in the they have no variance guidelines. You're right. That's a great point too. They claim that they had like what's within the tolerance of variance, but Heidi's absolutely right. They have no fucking variance guidelines.
Well, so on weight plates, like bumper plates on Rogue, I think that the variance is 99.9997. That's how closely calibrated those weights are to the actual pounds on those bumpers. And by what it seems, these are like 10% variable, these runners. I don't have that number dialed in, but Halpin did data on it, and you can prove that the treadmill is slower.
Well, John Young and some other people are saying it's bullshit. John Young and some other people are saying it's bullshit, that it's not.
Where?
It's not even what we're talking about. Because he was on my podcast, and we talked about this quite a bit.
Today?
No, a couple days ago. We talked about
This happened yesterday.
Well, then it was yesterday. We brought up Halpin and Young. Halpin brought it up, and Young basically goes, "Quit being a bitch. It's not a big deal." And then we fought it out a little bit.
Yeah,
but when you put it that way,
fractions of a second and points on a leaderboard like that,
and when you put it that way,
John, come on.
Yeah, and when you put it that way, when you say, "Hey, what if a bar is 3 pounds lighter or heavier than another bar?" Now we have a problem.
No, I'm not talking heavier or lighter. They're all here. Ready? They're all 45 pounds, right? They're 44 pounds.
Right.
but it would act as if the bar spanned differently. There wasn't like the correct amount of grease within the grooves, and the bushings in there weren't operating properly. So the bar didn't turn over as well, or something like that. And Roe goes, well, that's just where the bars are made. Deal with it.
Yeah.
But in this case, they have other options. People run. It's the most common sport on the planet because anybody can just go out and start doing it as long as you have legs.
Is this the runner was left in the sun? The lane was slow, just like the sleds were. Whatever year that was. Ha ha ha! I don't get what this guy's saying. Was there a runner that was left in the sun that affected the belt? Maybe is that no? Or is he just being a smart ass? I can't tell.
No, the sled in the sun thing was probably something he's pulling from. Because if you just let if you pull on a hot blacktop, it'll change. Yeah,
Mason Mitchell, John Wood. Go ahead, Hiller.
No, he's right. I was agreeing with the comment you pulled up.
Yeah, he wouldn't like it if his mile time changed by 10 seconds.
Dude, at my affiliate, there was a runner, and everyone in the comment section was seconding this, that I couldn't get under a 25-minute 5K, and I'm not a great runner. And I remember I'd run a mile, and I was convinced that people couldn't run a mile under 6.5 minutes on the assault runner in my affiliate. And then I got one in the garage, newer model, whatever, however, and I ran a mile in 6:15. And I was like, there's no way I'm that much better at running, and it didn't hurt that bad. And the only thing that could have happened is they changed something. And everyone in the comments knows exactly what I'm talking about. Someone wrote, yeah, I mark off the assault bikes that are quicker than other assault bikes. And yes, Mason Mitchell, you're 100% right. John would care if he lost 10, 11 seconds on his mile.
There's a comment I want to show you.
I have a slow air runner. Adam said so. It's a big freaking deal. And dude, if there's a good chance it could have cost that guy a spot at the games. We did that too.
Where did we do did we do 2 nighttime shows when you were here? We did.
We did the one with Souza and then the one
Oh,
with you.
and then there was the one with Gazan and Medeiros. Oh, okay. Medeiros versus Hiller, Sevan versus Gazan.
Look at this. Look at this. Mason Mitchell. This is about what I was experiencing, right?
My best old runner time was 6:53, new model 5:28. Wow.
That's freaking crazy. Bye, Bruce.
Fuck, I can't find it. Damn, I can't find the comment. There was a comment basically
never fly on a weightlifting event. That's the thing. But because
right,
it's a
that's
runner,
the part I like. I love that. You say that in the video?
yes.
Okay, yeah, I love that. When you were on the show, remember how I played that portion of the video of your video where you were in the hallway?
What about
you talked to that guy, and I'm like, hey, this is exactly how you should deal with shit, the way Andrew dealt with this lady. Remember in the hallway, you made a video and you were naked in the hallway, and a lady came up and said, you can't be here, and you addressed her very politely. Anyway, someone wrote a whole 2 paragraphs about how they're so sick of Sevan playing the victim card and making men appear as victims. I'm like, how the fuck?
Was that Andrew Tate?
But there was no victim shit in there at all.
Wait a minute. Was I the victim?
I don't know who the victim was. I want to bring up the comment because I can't find it. I don't know if they erased it, but it's just fascinating to me about how people see things differently. So right now I'm just like, I'll give you an example. I totally bought the line. You did a show with that guy.
The person who commented?
Oh, I did?
That'd be nuts.
Yeah, show me. Yeah, help me with that, Melissa. I'd love to see that. You saw that guy, the AI guy video.
Wait a minute.
What's
the guy that I was on the show with from the other day? No way.
What's the AI guy video? Which one's he?
Maybe that's the video.
Oh, it's on that post. It's on that. It's on that Aaron. Oh, the Aaron Ginn. Oh, yes. It's over there. Yes, thank you. I see what you're saying. Okay, let me find that comment. Good, thank you. I see what she's saying. So you saw that comment? Oh, it was on that show that I did it? Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can find it. Thank you. Oh, no, it's not there. Damn it. It's not there. But thank you. I tried to find it there. No.
But the gist of it is you make men out to be victims too often?
Yeah, the gist of it, no, that's completely absurd. I don't view as men as victims at all for anything. I don't think I do any victim stuff. And if I do, please call me out on it right away. But the thing is this, just now you're saying it's just totally misunderstanding stuff. So just now you said the runners, I totally bought the line that they gave. So we talked about the runners being fucked up, and someone said, well, hey, they're all within the guidelines of the variance of being wrong. And I bought that. And then you and Heidi unfucked me. You're like, wait a second, there are no fucking guidelines. And that's what you said to that lady. Wait a second, no one called me. No one called you. You know what I mean? Like and then the next thing is then you did a metaphor, and that's why metaphors are so powerful. Or you did a simile. Okay, you accept the tolerance. You accept the tolerance on the runner. Would you accept that tolerance on a bar? No, you wouldn't. So why would you accept it on a runner? And all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, you're right.
Bro, follow the science and just listen to authority, right?
Yeah. Just follow the science. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what William Briggs was talking about. Follow the science, listen to authority, because they said so. Oh, we got this figured out.
Listen, motherfucker, this is not arguing my limitations. This is prioritizing. Just because I love my kids more than you, Heidi, don't make it seem like I'm feeling sorry for myself. No. Oh, I can't put away my cart because I have 3 kids and I can't be bothered to tote them with me to return. No. I love my kids more than you, and you can't accept that. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yank that comment down, but Mason
That
Mitchell's on a
escalated
roll.
quickly. Runners are like torque tank, great for training, but shit for competition. Thank you.
You didn't watch my video? Did you catch the part anywhere? How
See, listen. Sevan's world is still shattered from Hiller's hotel adventure. No, it's not shattered. What are you talking about? That's what I mean. Like how people they've interpreted shit. Shattered. No, the exact opposite of shattered. Exact opposite. Okay, what were you saying, Hiller?
Did you hear how they were calibrating or being like finessing the runners? I think calibrating would be the correct word. They had someone run on it, and then they would jump off and count the white lines as the treadmill would slow down.
That's how they calibrated it?
That's what it said in the Singleton video. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Explain that to me one more time. How
they have
that doesn't sound very scientific or precise to me.
It's terribly unscientific. They have white lines on there, and they've been doing this for quite some time in case there's a malfunction. So what they do is they just look at the judges, they'll count the white lines, and they'll try to figure out how far they're supposed to go based upon how many times the belt turns over. And they just go 1, 2, 3. And I'm uncertain the distance, but it's maybe every 10, 20 meters they need to count a white line. So 5 turnovers would be 100 meters. And that's how they were calibrating them. It's like, all right, we got 10 treadmills out here. Let's just say it's Bosman. It's probably not. It's definitely not. But Bosman run on the treadmill, jump off, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Okay, good. That one's good. Next treadmill.
Hey, Will Brandstetter, I think, is pushing back a little bit. He's suggesting that, okay, next time they run on the ground, we need to make sure to grade all the slopes to make sure everyone is on exactly the equal slope during the run. He's saying you can't be exactly.
Everyone has an equal opportunity on an event like the ranch. I just ran that fucker all weekend. And it'd be like, oh, there's a hole there. Get in front or get behind the person and make your bed and lie in it. You're stuck with this goddamn treadmill.
Yeah, Will, he fucked you up. Equal opportunity shit.
I'd like, if that's a big hole, I could step in there and break my ankle, or I can speed up and get in front. And then track and field, they have a track, and I guess they do that. It's just a flat ground. If they were to run around the venue on the inside, it's concrete. It's flat.
Here's the thing. You have to understand. If I saw Hiller take a piss and he did not piss on his clothes, and my whole life I've been pissing on my clothes, and I said, wow, I just saw how Hiller holds his dick when he pees and he doesn't piss on his pants. I'm just acknowledging that I learned something from him. That, wow, I can hold my dick. I'll copy the way Hiller held his dick, and I won't pee on my pants anymore. That's all I was saying. I liked how he addressed that lady in that situation. I thought it was brilliant. Now listen to what this fucking person writes. Yvonne Kiz Jensen. And the point of this isn't what this guy is saying. The point is how people could be trapped in their head and misinterpret shit so fucking much. Run with something and analyze it. Now listen. Oh my God. How a man should stand up. As much as I love CrossFit coverage, I detest the constant whining about men. Dude, Hiller could have been a girl. It has nothing to do with his sex. Do you see what I'm saying? This person's bringing sex. Someone this weekend said that to me. I said something about how we didn't have. I said something like, "Oh yeah, I'm just making this up." But I said something like, "Hey, Lauren Khalil's not on the show. Hasn't been on the show in a while." And they go, "Oh, that's because you're an all boys club." It's like, no, you look at us as just having penises or vagina. I don't give two fucks. I don't give two fucks if the Hiller would, like, I've never even seen Hiller's penis. For all I know, he does have a vagina. But this person writes, oh my God, how a man should stand up. You're already fucking an idiot. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's how a donkey stands up to someone, how a cat, a mouse, a girl. And then it goes on to say, I detest the constant whining about men from Sevan. No, this person has taken something that's just completely wrong and then just run with it. Like a woman on her period. Then that has to do with sex. Son of a bitch. Okay.
I'm really looking for somewhere to go with that, but I
let's go back to the runner. That's it. I just wanted to get that off my. I wanted to get. We are missing the barbell before and it's okay. I'm very happy with how that played out. I'm good. It's just stupid that someone thinks that was a man or woman issue. That has nothing to do with man or woman. was just a dude in a hallway or a chick. I don't care what you call Hiller. Do you care if someone refers to you as a man or a woman?
No.
So yeah, so you switch it to woman.
I
I'll do the whole of the show again with Hiller and do it and call him a woman if that makes you happy. And how is he a victim? I'm talking about how he's not the victim. Anyway, Eaton Beaver, $10. We are missing the barbell before and after during. Oh, I can't read again. We are missing the barbell before and after during this event, and the athletes gaming the run. If it was just a run, I might be more upset about the possibility of variance. I don't agree with him at all.
I got to show you something in relation to that, and I'm going to have you read it.
What's he
really
saying?
quick.
What's Eaton Beaver saying? He's saying it's no big deal because there were two movements, that if it was just the run, it would be a big deal, or if it was just the bar. What's he saying?
All right, 1 second. I was looking at something. We are missing the barbell before and during the event, and the athletes gaming the. I think I disagree. No, because okay, I got it. The numbers Halpin was pulling were, and he told me this. I was talking to Halpin this morning. He was using the coverage and cutting back and forth so that it was the only time they were on the treadmill. He took out the time in which they were lifting the barbell.
Right.
And yes, the placements matter. But when he was
okay.
the calculations about the time on the runner, he said it was just the time on the runner.
Okay, Eaton. So does that help, Eaton?
I hope. But also,
time discrepancies are not scientific if you accounted for same wattage for a given period of time and then the time difference maintains, then there. Oh, fuck. That's over my head.
I would say it's just the likelihood that it's unlikely given the field.
Oh, let's take a moment of silence. Let's take a moment of silence. Everyone pull their penises out or their vaginas. Can you pull your vagina out?
Sure you can.
Matthias Persone. Matthias Persone. SCK 50. Your podcast changed my way of seeing many things, and I am very grateful. That's Swedish money, but I ain't Swedish. All right. Thank you. Fuck. I love this. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, Hiller, were you going to show something before I bring up what Will said? You said, let me show you this. Okay.
I'm not sure it's going to land.
Not a prolapse vagina. I just meant like, is it like, I could be like, okay, everyone pull your penises out. But you couldn't say pull your vagina out. You have to say, okay, everyone you your vagina. Because you don't pull anything. You have to just, like, you could theoretically pull your balls and your penis up over your belt line, but you can't pull your vagina out over your belt line. You'd have to just lower your pants and show it. Will Brandstetter, the data isn't meaningful. It's like the wrong preposition. Will Brandstetter, the data isn't meaningful. I would guess if we, that's a harsh opening sentence, right? The data isn't meaningful. He's on the attack. I would guess if we took average time scores of all the lanes during a competition, we would find outliers. You can't just point to it's the equipment. No, Will, here's my understanding of what he did. He basically, and tell me if I'm wrong here, he basically took the times of as many of that it took for people to run on the treadmill, right? And noticed that, hey, this treadmill, everyone's just slower on, or the vast majority of people are slower on. And so it allows us to start speculating, right? Like, hey, why that lane? Why are all the slow? But I guess one of the lanes had to be the slow lane. Well, there's that. One of them had to be the slow lane.
How much lower than the others is the thing. And it's the placings on the event. It's like one lane is averaging basically an 8th place finish. And then there's another lane that's averaging a 3rd place finish. It was 2.8, 7.9 and 2.8 were the average finishes in a couple of lanes. And amongst the field, it's unlikely that it would fall that far out of just standard deviations. Don't make sense there.
What does that number even mean? What is the metric 7.8? It's not 7.8 seconds. What is it?
In every single heat, there are 10 athletes. And if you finish 8th in every single heat, that is
it's the average placement. Okay.
Heat 1 is 10 athletes. You finished 8th out of those 10. Heat 2 has this many athletes. You finished 8th. And then in another lane, on average.
Okay. I see what you're saying, why it matters now that they're different. Okay.
Hey, I'm going in this lane right now, and my average finishing, I'm fighting an uphill battle because everyone else finishes 8th.
Across all divisions, that specific lane is significantly slower.
Hey, this is it. Can you read this?
The Sevan Podcast. Have you really been far even as no, I can't. Have you really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like? What the fuck? I gotta pee now. What is that? Is that a sentence? Am I having a stroke? You've got to be kidding me. I've been further even more decided to use even go need to do more look more as anyone can. Can you really be far? Where is that? Where are you finding those? Where
I just
are
typed
those?
it up.
Oh.
No, it's something that I used to think was hilarious.
My dick is out now. What now?
When Eaton Beaver commented that bit and you were trying to say you couldn't read it, it's because there was a word out of place, and it made me think of that, where you just can't read it. It's impossible to read. You got to be kidding me. I've been even further as it's funny.
That was Hiller being creative. I have to pee so fucking bad. Oh, will you talk to this guy for a second?
Sure. As long as I can hear him and my internet is
Caller, hi.
again.
Oh, we talked to this guy.
Caller.
Hey, Sevan, what's up?
Hey, are you going to be cool, or can I go pee and you talk to Hiller, or are you going to get crazy?
No, it's cool. I got a legitimate topic.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll be back in 30 seconds. Here's
All right.
Andrew.
Okay.
All right, cool. What's up, Hiller?
How are you,
Big
dude?
fan.
Thanks.
So this brings me to this conversation makes me think of something. I've heard that one of the reasons the original bike, what was it called? The Echo bike, the assault bike.
Yeah.
It had a record with maintenance, and an assault wore out quicker and for maintenance. So if you used it in a place that was open environment and say in a humid climate, like in Houston, it didn't spin as easy as if you used somewhere that was drier or in an air conditioned area. I remember I moved locations one time, and the number getting on the assault bike in Houston that was open to the environment much different. Moved to another location, bikes were new and in an air conditioned gym. So one of the reasons Echo created the Echo bike and had that new drive is because you had less variance. It's the same thing that if you have two rowers and oil the chain on one regularly, but you leave the other one, they're still to be calibrated correct, but one of them is going to be the friction of a rough chain, an uneven chain that fights your pull in addition to the fan that you're spinning. This could be the same deal with the runner. It might have not been oiled and maintained the same way that the other ones were maintained.
Hold on.
got
I'm
you.
Hold on. Caller, hold on
And I
one
guess-
second. Hold on one second.
Are you gonna make it so it stops breaking up so much? Or are you
I
gonna
don't know.
speed it
I'm
up?
gonna try to
I get what you're saying.
I'm gonna try to do it. Okay, there we go. Sorry,
What
we're
did
back.
you do?
I just disconnected and reconnected.
Yo.
I thought that was a light way of you saying you hung up on him. I'm like, dude.
No. Are you a
gotta do
real
that.
person? Is that your real voice, by the way?
Yeah. What? Do I not sound good?
Oh, now you sound totally different.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't change nothing.
You're good.
What do you mean you didn't change us? And a second ago, you sounded like a serial killer with the deepest voice on planet Earth, and now you sound like a normal dude.
You just changed something on your phone though. Maybe it was on your end.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. I did. You're right. Okay. Yeah.
So are you telling me
You
that
guys hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
an assault bike?
No, go ahead, Hiller.
You have the same assault bike in two different environments, and you notice the difference in one spot to another. Is that what you said to start off with?
Yeah, it was obvious because I'm not a huge dude, and like
What's your height and weight?
they're like we 185. I'm kind of like you pre-steroids.
Okay. I wouldn't have said
Not
I
as-
would do. Okay.
Not as good as CrossFit, but like I looked like you pre-steroids.
Perfect. Body.
But no,
You
'cause
did
we
not
did,
look
like,
that good. You did not look that good.
Yeah, probably not. All right, but we did bike tests. Like we did 5-minute, max calories. We did, pieces on just the bike for time. And I remember like my 100-calorie time was, I got a time, and then I moved and I smoked that time. Like I smoked all the bigger dudes at my old gym, at my new gym. And I told them, and they couldn't even believe it. And then the next thing, I started hearing rumors that, the assault bike kind of sucks. Like it requires constant maintenance. I heard gym owners say that all the time too. And you could kind of even hear it. You sit out on some assault bikes and you could just hear they're like creaky and things are shaking.
So I should lube my assault bike. Is that what you're saying? I should oil my assault bike? I've never done that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Lube it up.
Yeah. Like if let's say you're doing an online competition.
Yeah.
If I was a competitor, I would make sure that I would maintain that rowing machine before the day before doing that workout.
Oh my God, dude. You know what? You just said the most valuable piece of information that's ever been said on any fucking CrossFit podcast.
Lube your machines.
Dude, how the fuck is JR or Brian or fucking how Dave Casher? How has no one ever shared that before? I've never heard that before. Lube your machine.
Well, because on a concept 2 is actually a very good product. I used to row in college and high school. Those machines, the 10-year-old machines, they feel just like the new ones as long as they're maintained. Like Concept 2's got a reputation for having a great tolerance and they having a machine that requires very little maintenance. And as long as you do that maintenance, you're going to have a machine that's equivalent to someone else's. Now, the assault bike was not the same. I'm sure the assault run is also not the same because that's a machine that takes a beating. Look.
Hey, does a Concept 2 rower take a while to break in? Like a vagina, it's not until it's like between 30 and 40 years old is a sweet spot.
Is that right?
No, but you bring up a good point. Like you don't want to use a Concept 2 rower in competition right out of the box. Okay. It would be best if it got like 10,000 meters put on it or something. Just to like wiggle everything in place.
Someone write Machine Gate. Let's go.
No, I'm saying this is the thing is, even if this doesn't, it's not going to change the results of the semifinal yesterday, but it's good that it brings attention to, I think it's a Rogue product, right?
Yeah.
They need to look into this.
No. The Assault Runner's not a Rogue product. It's that guy, Roger, Assault Runner, Assault Fitness. Go ahead.
Did they use Assault Runners? I thought they used a different.
Oh, the Echo one.
Treadmill.
Okay. No. They used the Assault ones. They didn't use the Rogue Woodway or whatever. They used the Assault Runner.
Okay. Yeah, it's something they need to look into. Now they're not going to admit that there's an issue, even if they find one. They're just going to quietly fix the product for the future.
No. They admitted it. CrossFit did at least.
What?
They admitted
it. Oh
yeah,
but no,
I agree with you, caller. I agree with you. Hiller just had a seizure or something. He's trying to edit a video, read comments, and talk to you at the same time.
Hands up.
Look, I'm sure that one rotation of that treadmill counted the right number of meters. Like, I'm pretty sure that, because that's an easy thing to calibrate. But the question is, was it harder to turn that one revolution, that one rotation on that machine versus others? And that's very possible. Like that, you could almost do that on purpose if you maintain. It's very possible. I'm saying it should be looked into. But again, the manufacturer isn't going to come out and say, oh yeah, we have an issue with this product. They're going to say, we didn't find any problems. The people that ran it on that machine probably just had bad days. It could be a coincidence. It would be more obvious if the data was more skewed. Like if those guys took 5 minutes of running instead of 4.
Damar Hamlin was just the victim of a critical hit. That's why he went down in that NFL game too. It's user error.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with anything else. They couldn't be the company.
Wow, thank you, Hiller. That was a nice touch.
I thought you'd like that.
His numbers his numbers. I heard him present his numbers. His numbers are good enough to warrant investigation, but they certainly don't prove that there was a problem with that machine.
Oh, I like
At
that.
least
Okay,
not yet.
so what, is it fair to say I said that they warranted speculation? Investigation is probably a better word. Okay. What's your profession?
It should be
What's your
looked
day
into.
job?
I'm an engineer.
Oh, fuck.
And
this shows
Yes.
this shows highbrow show.
it should be in CrossFit's best interest to go to Assault, whatever that company's name is, and make sure they look into that, because they want machines with good tolerances. They want basically a Concept 2. Maybe Concept 2 will come out with a runner, because Concept 2 had the idea for the ski erg like 20 years ago, and they did not manufacture it because they knew that they would have issues with use and then the machines becoming inconsistent with each other. It was only when they got like the right material for the rope and other things where they finally decided to manufacture the product and sell it. So they're just a really good company that way. Now, other companies would rather just manufacture something, not think about that, sell it, make money, and then deal with issues if they come along in the
Giving us
future.
a business lesson now. Hold on a second. I need to ask you a personal question. A couple days ago, someone someone in the comments who I like very much, who's a regular, called the show trash. Like, but they meant it as a compliment. I don't view this show as trash at all. Do you?
No.
Oh, I think it's.
You're the show I listen to. You're the show I listen to all the time.
Okay, can I put that? Can I get that? This is the show I listen to all the time, and then from a real engineer. That's accurate. Like you're a real engineer. Okay, good. All right. Fuck you, whoever said it was trash. This is a real engineer.
Yeah, those guys. It's you know what? I saw people trashing your show, and this is what I think happened.
Okay, tell me.
You got a lot of new first time listeners during the semis weeks, because they watch the semis and then they see on their YouTube pop up review of semifinal workout 3, Sevan Podcast.
Yes.
So they tune into that.
Yes.
And they like your analysis, right? So now these guys, they haven't been with you for a while, and they don't like then they hear your 49er talk, the anti-woke talk, which I'm a big fan of. That's my favorite talk.
And I like vagina a lot. I like to make vagina and penis comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened is you probably sucked in a lot of woke listeners.
Yeah.
With that coverage, and then they heard that, and woke people don't want to listen to truth. They're just going to be like, "Oh, this is bullshit. I can't listen to this guy." They don't like vagina. They don't like vagina, and they want mandatory drugs enforced by the government. Exactly. Yeah. So and you know what woke people do is they won't listen to other people's. When they run away, that means that they don't have an argument against you. So that's a good thing that the woke people are like, "Yo, fuck this show," and they left, because that means you're making good arguments. You put up that video from the HWPO guy talking that woke nonsense, and they don't have a defense for that, so they just bitch about it and then they peace out. Okay. And good. They could go listen to CNN or something. I'm gonna sleep with this section of the show under my pillow playing tonight. You're not. When you say an engineer, Olivia's trying to take a shot at you in the comments. She says, "Is this guy a diesel mechanic?" I think that a diesel mechanic is. I respect a diesel mechanic. Are you a diesel mechanic? No, I worked in oil and gas and other energy. Oh shit! She smelt it on you. She heard it in your voice. She was close. Fuel. You're in the fuel business. Yeah. Wow, Olivia. Holy shit. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for calling. This is getting more intriguing, this whole WD-40 on the runner, and you think it warrants investigation. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Nice talking to you, Sevan and Hiller. You guys keep it up. You guys got a great show. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Clint also is an engineer, listens to the show. All right. Well, that's Justin Wad Zombie. Justin Berg is a robot. That's why he keeps pushing for more machines in competitions. Justin Berg is a robot. That's why he keeps pushing for more machines in competitions. Okay.
That's a hypothesis.
You already said about the concept 2 rowers and just how they're so well calibrated amongst one another, and then they put off the skier for years and years. Why don't they just use more concept 2? Was there a skier in this competition? There was on the team side.
Hey, the last thing I think of is skiing.
Yeah,
They should call it the jack off erg, the masturbatory erg. Oh, speaking of masturbatory, Will, hi.
Yes.
Hello, Will.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Will.
Hey, Sevan. Awesome show. Hey, listen, I'm not buying this on the runners one bit.
Okay,
I'll lay it out pretty simply.
Okay.
Please.
First problem is there's not enough data points to make a meaningful statistical analysis of the data.
We're gonna need
The other thing is there's a lot of data.
50 more.
There's a lot of exactly. There's a lot of data missing from the report because it's being pulled from the broadcast. So several lanes have several times missing from them. So we have that going on. And it's not that much of an outlier. I think what would be compelling is to say, let's look at every lane, which I'm not going to do this. So this is just hypothetical. Every lane, every competition, and every workout. Let's see what the standard deviation is. I think we probably find a lot of outliers in different lanes because there's not a lot of data points. And in CrossFit semifinals, there's a huge deviation in terms of athletic performance from the top to the bottom. So there's a huge, you see people finishing right with large time gaps between them. So that caused a lot of issues. So I don't think it's to go off of just saying this lane is a little bit slower than the other lanes doesn't seem like a great argument to me.
One of the lanes, the average finish in the event was, with the data that we have, which was 10 workouts on it, was 2.8. And the other lane, the average finish was 7.8.
Will?
You don't think that warrants like and there were only 10 people on at a time competing. You don't think that warrants like, that's weird.
I don't think that the deviation is that dramatic looking at the data.
From third place to eighth place?
Fuck you up, Will, I think.
Oh, hold on, Will. Hiller says about to fuck you up. Hold on. Here we go.
Showing?
Please, I'd love that.
Will loves a good fuck up.
He'll fight back. All right. In the first heat of athletes, there are 6 heats for the men and 6 heats for the women. You have athletes in the positions of, let's say it's the third heat, positions 40 through 30, correct? And the fastest every single time should be in the middle lanes right here, lanes 4 and 5. And you see that 3.3, 3.09. Okay. Now, the only that would make sense is if in that it would just move out about the same. But then in this lane right here, lane 7, that's the fastest lane. But the fastest lane should always be in the middle. It's the way it works in swimming. It's the way it works in track.
It should always be what?
They put the quicker people in the middle. So when you're watching Madero's final heat, he's in the middle. And lane number or person 1 and 2 are in the middle 2 lanes. So there's no reason that this time of almost 8 seconds, that this time of 8th place finish, the 8th place finish should not be coming from lane number 8, while there are better finishes on average in the lanes outside. And I agree that you probably need more data. More data always helps. But when you just look at it as it is, this makes sense in the middle. The third place finish, okay, cool, up and down and around, lane heat after heat after heat. But when you go to the outside, the periphery, a 5th makes sense, but a 7th does not make sense in lane number 8, especially when the lanes to the further extremity of the lanes heats go down. Do you follow? Was that too much?
I follow what you're saying, and I think it makes sense in terms of swimming that you have faster people in the middle. But we're looking at how they got to the middle lane was workout 1, workout 2, which we might be able to draw the conclusion.
And then workout number 1. They were running.
I know, but you can't make that argument because everyone says that the run didn't matter in terms of after the sled pull, after we saw it actually play out on the floor. That being heavier, stronger actually meant more on that workout, right?
There's always a point.
And those are the workouts that got them to the middle lanes. And so I mean, I think we saw other outliers, right?
Ran Travis. But it
wasn't the fastest lane in another semifinal the 8th lane or something?
The slowest one? Sorry, what was the question?
No, the fastest one in another semifinal was lane 8. Hey,
13.
but Hiller's not presenting this like it's conclusive. He's just saying these are data points that point to like, hey, maybe this should be looked at. This doesn't seem
looking
right.
at
And
this
what
guy
you're
and I
saying
go,
is that there's not enough
UFO.
evidence. You're saying that there's not enough fingerprints on it to look at it, right, Will? Hey, Will, what about this
Right.
argument? Let me ask you this argument. Let's say we found out that the bars, the 45-pound bars, let's say for every 300 pounds of weights you lifted at a CrossFit event, in a snatch event, that the variance could be between 10 pounds. So between 290 and 310. We would never tolerate that, right?
Right.
And so what about the argument of saying that like, hey, they've admitted that the runners aren't precise? Does that cause you to put your like ears up a little bit? Like, something's weird a little bit here. Why, what do they mean? There's, you think that they're close enough? Like, do you buy that, or do you want to know what those numbers are?
I'd be interested. I don't know if they're close enough. I just don't know the context, but it would be like, I don't know what the context is for close enough on a barbell. Like,
right. Me neither. And I don't know that either.
How fast the collars move. What does the whip look like on barbells? Like, we just don't know. Maybe there's a ton of variance in barbells and we just don't know it. And so I think the rabbit trail that you can go down on this is what makes me be like, it's not that meaningful.
How about we just get rid of runners?
I can do that. Like runners in general, people that run.
Oh, no.
They're too skinny. We should get rid of runners. I agree, especially long distance.
Hey, I think it's a disaster. What do you think about the fact that they had the this is totally off subject, but what do you think about the fact that they even used a runner in event 5? It's an 800-meter sprint when they could have just put everyone running, pushing and shoving each other so we could see and they could compete against each other. You think that was a fuck up?
Yeah, I mean, they could have been the coolest event all weekend.
Good, I'm glad.
For sure, if they had done that.
Fuck Hiller's argument. I side with you. Thank you.
I know.
Let's go.
I agree with that. What do you mean? I think that there should have been no treadmills either. I made a video on how there's too many freaking machines, dude.
I know. I'm just showing my bias towards anyone who agrees with me. All right, Will. Thank you, brother.
Wait. Don't let him leave yet.
See you guys.
Don't
What's
leave.
up, Hiller?
Stand for 2 seconds.
Hey, get your dudes, JR and Thumb, back on. They need to do an analysis. What the fuck is going on? Are they coming on this week or what?
That's what I heard. We're doing show Wednesday. That's what I heard.
Okay, good.
Here's some weights. There's the tolerance. Plus or minus 15 grams of the claimed weight on any of the rogue bumpers.
And 15 grams, for anyone who doesn't know, is about half an ounce, and there's 16 ounces in a pound. So it's within 1/32 of a pound. Yeah. So meaning that a 45-pound bar would weigh 45 pounds and 1/32 of a pound less or more. Yeah, that's pretty fucking low. That's pretty good, right? That's some precision.
Now, if we go to the Assault Fitness website.
Oh, shit. He's going to the runner now, Will, to see what their tolerance is.
Can't wait.
Here's what we're going to look at how awesome the cup holder is. I guarantee you that they're like, look at this. What do you got?
I have that, by the way, and it's nice.
There it is. Check it out. There's a cup holder.
What's the tolerance?
They're not going to have any tolerance. I'm telling you, this is the issue. Rogue is into it. Concept 2 is into it. And the runner, it's just a runner. It's just a thruster.
So all CrossFit said is that that they said the runner was within their variance, right? And that's what you're saying is an admission of it something being wrong?
Right.
So in that same vein, if we weighed the barbells and they're within 15 grams, does that mean that the barbell's an admission that something's wrong?
Well, at least we know what it is, I guess, is what he's saying.
Gotcha. I get that. I don't think saying that the runner was within the variance is an admission that something was wrong with the runner.
By the way, if you can afford one of these runners, I'm not poo-pooing this runner. This is an incredible runner. I love it.
I agree. It's a great training tool.
Yeah. And I run barefoot on it, and I just fucking love it to death. All right. Thanks, Will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Will.
See you guys.
Bye. Wad Zombie, is this guy an engineer? No, he's a computer. Maybe he's a computer engineer. Ian Beaver, what were the snatch weights and the snatch times? He's suggesting that the people who lifted more, that the snatch weights and times could also be. Yeah, it's another factor for sure.
Dude. Every single time someone walks into the lane, the odds get less and less that there's going to be a worse snatcher in lane 8. The same way that the odds get less and less that they're also conveniently a worse runner. And I mean, it is the sport of fitness, and there have been events that have put them into those positions in those lanes, and they already ran and the run didn't matter. There's going to be a point for and against everything, but that almost 8th place finish is, in my opinion, staggering.
Oh shit. God
If
damn.
there was a lane.
Look at this. Look at this. Brian Spinn already interviewed John Singleton. Did you know that?
Yeah, he did this morning. As I was uploading my video on the event, I was like, this son of a bitch got me.
God, he's good.
If every single time lane number 2 won, there would be people losing their minds, right?
Oh, look, John Young flipped the script after listening to Singleton. Sorry, Hillard. John Young was on Will Branstetter's side, but obviously something that's said in this interview flipped the script on him. He says, I feel for Singleton here. It does appear some of his athletes got screwed. Solution is to actually run, not on a machine. I kind of doubt it happens next year, unfortunately. So John Young, whatever happened made John Young flip the script. I wonder if it would make Will Branstetter flip the script.
So go listen to Mr. Spin interview Mr. Singleton. Anyone who wants to give me a live counter on the number of times that he says in essence, I would love it.
Who Spin or Singleton?
Yeah. Singleton loves saying in essence. It's his thinking word. It's he's thinking about what to say. He'll say in essence.
Oh, like mine's fuck. Mine's fuck. His is in essence.
Fuck. Justin Medeiros is like, I think I say freaking.
Hey, so while I'm over here interviewing Michelle Basnett because Taylor makes me, just kidding, Michelle. This guy's doing cutting edge interviews with relevant shit. Fuck me. I quit.
How did their live show do from the weekend when Broken Science was going down?
Oh, good. They did good. By the way, Michelle, I'm just busting your balls. I'll take you over John Singleton any day. But I am jealous that he did do John Singleton. Look at
3.9.
4,000, dude. You can't even tell the difference between this and my podcast. They have its own thing. What? Say it again.
So we got this whole thing on lane 8 in that treadmill. Imagine that it was always winning. Every single time you're going out, you're walking out onto the floor, and that lane's the winning lane. Do people change their minds? That treadmill's too fast. The person, instead of having 11 athletes who are all pissed off about the fact that their one treadmill's too slow, you would have 109 athletes saying, what the fuck? That one's winning every single time.
Right. No, I'm just Michelle's totally relevant. I was just joking. Come on. What are you talking about? I'm so happy I got to meet her. John Young, I still stand by. Oh, look at now, John. Look at when John's on their podcast, he's chugging. When John, oh, look at John's now flipping the script again. I still stand by as the athlete. It's on you. Shouldn't be a controversy. Stuff happens for everyone. It's just an unfortunate thing. Middle judge at rogue type. No. Come on, John. What the fuck are you even saying there?
It's just a thruster.
Yeah. Come on, John.
How about that?
If it can. Spin got off right when you went on. Respect. Oh yeah,
Spin's
he's
a good
good.
dude.
I mean, it's all backhanded compliments. I love all these guys, and I love what everyone's doing in the space. Well, mostly, maybe one or two. I don't love. Love's a little strong.
In essence,
I love everyone.
I think he only said it 6 times in the video where he was talking about it. But I clicked on to Spin's video right before I started uploading and moving around for the day, and he said it twice. So I'm curious how many times he said it. Uh-oh, John. Ken's calling you out.
Yeah, he's totally trying to make everyone happy.
John makes me happy.
No, I'm getting off. I can't have John come on, John. I can't have come on, John, right now.
No. I don't think he was asking him to come on. He was asking him to come on.
Oh. It's not that he contradicted himself. It's just he's trying to thread it too much of a needle here. Basically, he's saying he agrees that there's a fuck up, but like, don't worry about fixing it. These things happen. That's what I hear. And it's like, no, you can't do that. Like, we spotted the fuck up. Let's try to work on it and fix it. It's kind of like, I agree. Like John's advice is for the athlete. Like, who gives a fuck what's happening? You better win. I agree with that. If he was coaching someone, like, hey, you have to take accountability for it. Like, don't leave anything up to the judges.
Oh, dude, you copied Craig Ritchie's hair. Greg.
No, you don't like Craig Ritchie. You just copied his hair.
Did you? How was that picture I sent you? Is it cool?
Which picture? Oh, yeah. I really liked it.
Okay.
I really like the way I look right now.
Cool picture of your hair.
I look like the guy that sells Vidal Sassoon.
This is good. John's
The
back.
solutions to run on track.
I don't know who Val Sassoon is.
Vidal Sassoon, is that the guy? Is that the guy?
All right, Jeffrey Burton. For anybody who did the Nopen, and I've emailed and I've gotten your address and stuff is being sent out, it's coming. The thing is, I haven't been to my house in 6 weeks.
Oh, it's not Vidal Sassoon. Who is it?
On a plane.
Who's the famous like hair shampoo guy? You know what's funny is when I say this guy's name. No. When I say this guy's name, you guys are gonna know exactly who it is. And what's crazy is this guy reached out to Greg during Floyd 19 to offer support. I forget, but he reached out to offer support. What was that guy's fucking name? Does anyone know his name? Famous hair guy. Paul. Oh, is it Paul Mitchell? Let me see. Paul Mitchell. Is that who it is? Who owns Paul Mitchell?
Paul Mitchell?
No, who is the guy who owned the Paul Mitchell company? Maybe it's
Wouldn't it be Paul Mitchell?
No, it was someone else who bought that.
Did he ever own it? Paul Mitchell. Could you imagine opening a company and naming it after another man?
Famous hair guys. Famous.
I'm gonna open a company and name it Dave Castro.
Stylist. Famous hair.
And I'm gonna sell tacos.
The guy has his hair pulled back like Craig Ritchie. Hey, if you really want to know who I'm stealing this hair, what inspired this hair is the Dave Driscoll and
Adam
Dave
Lacey.
Driscoll. Bali CrossFit or something. He owns like Bali. Oh, there it is. Holy shit. John Young got it. John Paul DeJario. Wow. You got it. DeJario. Wow.
I'm over having no idea what you're talking about.
This guy, I'm pretty sure this guy reached out to Greg during Floyd 19 offers support. Do you know who this is? Jean Paul DeJario. You don't know who that is?
Oh,
is he a shampoo guy?
No, he's not in the movie.
Oh shit! Look at Jean Paul DeJario, from homeless to building Paul Mitchell. The motherfucker was homeless too. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Is he not an actor?
That's fucking great. No, I think it says from homeless to building Paul Mitchell to Patron Tequila. Yeah, I think he might be one of the richest men in the world. I love it.
I want to ask him why he named it Paul Mitchell and not John DeJoria. Is that maybe his first male model?
I don't remember, but I think I met the chick who was this guy's executive assistant one time. My brain's
fried.
Yeah,
we should send him a link.
DeJario?
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Ankita Chavarati. This is from a foreign land. I may have missed it, but has anyone looked at the standard deviation of the run times in addition to the average? That would remove the confusion whether it's the athlete or the runner.
Yes, Halpin did, I believe. Halpin does it
Jake
all.
Kazan, the floor on lane 11 sucked on event. The floor on lane 11 sucked on event the rope pull workout. Oh, okay. That's workout number 1. I watched every heat, and they always died in that lane. My wife and Pat got the same reps. Reps.
Reps.
Oh, Paul Mitchell and him were boning, you think? Him and DeJario were boning?
I knew it.
This man is responsible for thousands, if not millions, of people losing their clothes after shots of Patron.
What does he sell?
That's a fucking great question. Do you think he chose to be homeless? That is a fucking great question.
Interesting. I could imagine you having him on the podcast. He goes, hey, nice to have you. Did you choose to be homeless? Just the first question.
Yeah. Mitchell was his secret lover. Is that true?
Have you ever had anybody leave a podcast?
Oh, you mean just like be like, fuck you?
Like, there's this leave studio button right here.
Like, yeah, right. Like, how dare you ask me about my nipple piercings? I'm out.
Yeah. He's like, boom. And then you'd be like, well, I guess they're out.
Hey,
You've had people not show up.
They could have done that, and I just thought they got disconnected or their phone died. Because that's happened. People have just vanished.
Were there contentious topics being discussed?
Not that I know of.
That you know of. Well, after this weekend, there's a couple of things that maybe you wouldn't have put together. Like, they actually left. Oh, man. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to those times. I'm going to listen to it and decide whether or not they left on accident or on purpose.
What do you think I have to do to get Laura Horvat back on?
I think you've got to tell her that once you find her attractive, you can't unsee it about 50 more times.
I don't think that. I actually think that's hurting my chances of getting her on.
I've heard you say it at least 4 times. And
oh, yeah, there we go. That's good. Here we go. Here's one. Adam Blakesley. Brian left when you let T-Lander in. Yeah.
He did. But he was also on the show for a long time. And
No, he left because of T-Lander. He for sure left because of T-Lander.
Good call.
Wow.
Kate Gordon left at some point.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Did she?
What?
Oh, no, you're kidding. I was reading this comment from Rambler.
Kate Gordon left? I don't remember if Kate Gordon left. I think Emily Abbott, she told us, I think one time we got a little squirrely and she's like, I'm out.
Oh, no.
And her boyfriend... Her
boyfriend
boyfriend was like circling the podcast while we were on it. It was weird. Like he was like listening at the door and shit. That was weird. That Emily Abbott one got a little weird at the end.
Like a shark.
Jethro Cardona, holy crap, you're still on this long.
What's up, Jethro? Seven. There you go. I said that looked like Messi, and Haley got all pissed.
I got pissed.
Dude, if you look really close, if you put a wig on Messi, kind of. No?
Yeah.
It's
too close to home. Too close to home.
Okay. I don't know. It says more about you than it does about me.
I'm leaving. Thank you for coming on. Dog. You're a good therapy for me after shows. You should come on after every show. It's so good for me.
I don't know. What do you mean by that?
It allows me to decompress. Like, did you notice like how wound up I am at my house after we would finish a show? Could you tell?
Yeah.
I would be like humming.
Well, but the boys have stuff to do from what I saw. You run out and it's like, we gotta go to this and the jiu-jitsu instructor.
Right.
This isn't how you spell Gazan, but
all right. Jake Kazan said something about how I should have Alex and Kotler on at the same time. I never even thought of that.
Ooh, and Sarah.
Oh, Sigmund's daughter?
Yeah.
I want to get
I'm glad.
I want to get Katrin on for a few minutes.
What are the odds?
I don't know.
I've never understood this, Heidi. You're his cigarette after. I know what she's inferring. Like people smoke after they bang, and I don't get it because I've never smoked.
You've never banged.
Yeah,
Sevan,
right.
the chat
Twist.
should dictate when you're done. Oh, thanks. There was one. I'm not going to a tournament next Saturday, but on the 19th, I'm going to one in San Jose.
John, you win everything in relation to Bronislaw from here on out. Good call on his qualification for the games. That was nice.
Shit. Melissa Odier, no, Sarah already left Justin Collins. Oh, shit.
Wait a minute, what?
That's CrossFit humor because she changes coaches so often.
Oh, damn, that was good. I didn't qualify, and it's my newest coach's fault. What was I going to say? I want to know whose rankings were more accurate, John's or Brian's. I don't want to be the one to do it, but I guess I freaking could because it's not that hard to do. It just takes a little bit of time. I want a spreadsheet and I want points. The columns on the right, and for every point they were off, I want to see who has the least points between John and Brian.
Aren't you working on a video that is John Young, the greatest CrossFit analyst alive?
You're not supposed to tell people my videos, man. I tweet them.
Sorry.
And they're very, very, very vague when I tweet these things. I like people to kind of speculate. It's like a Dave Castro clue in the golden days.
Oh, changing coaches like changing underwear. That's what I'm going to do right now. All right, Hiller, thank you. I'm going to go change my underwear. That reminds me.
All right.
Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Michelle Basnett. It was an honor to have you on.
What's the longest show you've ever done? 4 hours?
I think I approached 4 hours once.